Welcome to Chinese Novel Audiobook. Chapter 81. The Invitation from the Qingyan Cult, Mega Evolution of Black Magic. It's the sand-raising ability of Bonglas. Be careful, Shu Wan. The sudden blowing sand made my face hurt. Chen Feng immediately pulled Shu Wan back behind him. He took out Beedrill and Melodic's Poké Ball and looked ahead vigilantly. I don't know if the woman in front of me and Bangulas are the same. Text. It's the tour guide from before. When they saw this woman, Chen Feng and Shu Wan couldn't help but exclaim. Nice to meet you again, little brother and little sister. The young woman stood beside Bangulas and smiled with her hands covering her mouth. Greeted Chen Feng and Shu Wan. The person who came was none other than the older sister who was supposed to be their tour guide and whom they had met on the outskirts of Lostlorn Forest. Who are you and what do you want from us? Chen Feng asked the other party vigilantly. On the outskirts of Lostlorn Forest, the woman wanted to be their tour guide. Now they are found directly in Lostlorn Forest. Moreover, the Pokémon is a quasi-god Bangiras at level 55. He doesn't look like an ordinary person at all. If my guess is correct, this person should be here to see me. Bye. Just then a Pidgeot flew down from soaring in the sky and landed on Bangulas. Level 46 Pidgeot. It looks like this Pidgeot is the one that's monitoring me. Looking at the Pidgeot on Bangula's body, Chen Feng secretly said, 170. You don't know me, but you must have heard of my organization. Zhu Chaolan smiled slightly and spoke. What organization? Chen Feng asked doubtfully. Qingyan Sect. These three words came out of Zhu Chaolan's mouth. What Qingyan Sect? Chen Feng never thought that the woman in front of him was actually a member of the Qingyan Sect. Isn't the Qingyan Sect active in the North China War Zone? How could he appear in their East China War Zone? Chen Feng. Shu Wan was a little scared. She hid behind Chen Feng and tugged at his sleeve. She had also heard of the reputation of the Qingyan Sect. Haven't they been wiped out? Why did he suddenly appear again? Don't worry, I'm here. Chen Feng turned around and comforted Shu Wan. Shu Wan nodded heavily, and her expression looked much better after hearing Chen Feng's comfort. It seemed that with Chen Feng around, nothing was a problem. What do you want from me? Chen Feng asked Zhu Chaolan. It was obvious that the other party was coming for him. Nothing, it's just that our Qingyan Sect has taken a liking to you. We invite you to join our Qingyan Sect. Zhu Chaolan put one hand on Bangula's body and said with one hand on her waist. It turned out that she just wanted Chen Feng to tell the secret of Phoebus' evolution into melodic. But after her investigation, she has now changed her mind. Chen Feng has great talent, if he can grow up in the future. He will definitely become a powerful force in their Qingyan Sect. And the secret of Phoebus evolving into melodic is still theirs. It really kills two birds with one stone. What if I say no? Chen Feng looked at Zhu Chaolan warily. He was the leader of Team Rocket, but he had to become a subordinate of another organization. What an international joke. If you refuse, I'm afraid you and the Mitsumi people behind you will not be able to leave alive today. Think about it carefully, little brother. Join our Qingyan Sect. You will never regret it. Zhu Chaolan smiled playfully. The tone was full of threats. They simply could not imagine what kind of power the Qingyan Sect possessed. Shu Wan, when I release the Pokémon, run out immediately. Chen Feng turned his head and whispered to Shu Wan about the arrangements. Let Shu Wan go first. The other party came to find him, and he couldn't involve Shu Wan. No, I want to be with you. When Shu Wan heard that Chen Feng was going to chase her away, she grabbed Chen Feng's sleeve even harder. She wants to go with Chen Feng. Shu Wan's eyes were extremely firm. Have you thought about it, little brother? Neither you nor the Mitsumi girl behind you can escape. Watching Chen Feng and Shu Wan hesitating, Zhu Chaolan urged. The older I get, the more I can't stand seeing these young people being so affectionate. If Chen Feng did not agree to join their Qingyan Sect, she would choose to kill both of them. It looks like you have me in your arms. Come out, Melodic. Use prayer for rain. Chen Feng decisively released Melodic and asked Melodic to use pray for rain. Snatch weather to prevent the sand blowing ability from causing continuous damage to his Pokémon. The Poké Ball flashed red. Melodic appeared in front of Chen Feng. Asterisk. Melodic roared to the sky and danced gracefully. After a while, a drizzle began to fall from soaring in the sky. From the rainy day made Bangulas feel very uncomfortable, and he roared at Melodic. It seems that you don't want to drink the toast, so you have to drink the punishment. Zhu Chaolin's face darkened. She didn't expect that in the face of absolute strength, Chen Feng would choose to resist. Bangulas, destroy the death light. Since Chen Feng chose to resist, Zhu Chaolin would no longer be polite to Chen Feng. Directly command Bangulas to launch an attack. And Bangulas, who had been wanting to attack for a long time, condensed a hyper beam full of destructive power in his mouth and sprayed it towards Melodic. Melodic, use the water gun at maximum power. Chen Feng commanded Melodic to resist. With the blessing of rainy weather, a water gun as thick as a bowl spurted out from Melodic's mouth. Boom! There was a loud noise. Melodic's water gun and hyper beam collided with each other, making a loud explosion. Although Melodic had the blessing of rainy weather, he was still no match for Bangala's hyper beam. The water gun was penetrated by the hyper beam and hit Melodic. The powerful hyper beam blasted Melodic away, crashing him into the tree trunk behind him. Go Beedrill, use Twineedle to pierce her. Chen Feng released Beedrill again. Command Beedrill to attack Zhu Chaolin. In a battle like this where the gap in power is huge, attacking the opponent's trainer is the best way. I've been on guard against you. Pidgeot, wing attack, intercept Beedrill for me. The purpose of her bringing Pidgeot was to deal with Beedrill. Her Pokémon is of high level and strong, but that doesn't mean she can withstand the attacks of Pokémon herself. And Pidgeot flapped its wings and rushed towards Beedrill. Very good, Shu Wan, take this opportunity to attack her with Pikachu. There is no Pokémon around Zhu Chaolin. The corners of Chen Feng's mouth rose slightly. Everything was developing in the direction he had envisioned. Oh, Pikachu, use Thunder Shock. Shu Wan was slightly stunned, then reacted and commanded Pikachu to attack Zhu Chaolin. Before this, she had never commanded a Pokémon to attack a human. What? Zhu Chaolin was shocked and immediately thought that Beedrill was just a cover. His real purpose is to make Pikachu attack him. Pika. Saffron-colored Thunder Shock bursts out from Pikachu. With the help of rainy weather, there is no chance that the electric-type special moves will fail. Thunder Shock hits Zhu Chaolin accurately. The power is not great for Pokémon though. But for humans, this harm cannot be ignored. Sizzle. Zhu Chaolin's whole body began to twitch from the electric shock. Now, Melodic, use the water gun at full power. Chen Feng also seized the opportunity and directed Melodic to attack Zhu Chaolin when Bangulas had just used Hyper Beam. Although the power of Hyper Beam is great, after being reduced by water gun, it does not directly make Melodic lose his combat effectiveness. On the contrary, Bangulas fell into a rigid contest condition. Pidgeot was entangled by Beedrill again. Now is the best time to attack her. Beautiful, beautiful. Melodic struggled to get up from the ground. He used up the last bit of his strength and sprayed the water gun at Zhu Chaolin with all his strength. Bang! There was a loud noise. The fast-flowing water hit Zhu Chaolin and slammed into the tree. Did we win? Looking at Zhu Chaolin lying on the ground, Shu Wan asked, pulling Chen Feng's sleeve. Have no idea. Chen Feng shook his head and looked at the direction where Zhu Chaolin fell. He didn't know whether he had killed or knocked Zhu Chaolin out. Ahem. Ha ha ha. Not long after, Zhu Chaolin slowly stood up from the ground, touched the blood at the corner of her mouth, and burst into laughter. His whole body was in a mess. Chen Feng, I have to admit that I underestimated you just now. But you can't beat me. You have no idea what kind of strength our Genesect possesses. Zhu Chaolin looked at Chen Feng with eyes full of grind. As she spoke, Zhu Chaolin took out a magic wand from her arms. He kept muttering something. Black Magic Wand. Allows Pokémon to gain incredible Mega Evolution powers. Not good. Shu Wan, stop her. Through the eye of insight, Chen Feng clearly saw what the magic wand in Zhu Chaolin's hand was. Black Magic Wand. Chanting black magic spells can allow Pokémon to gain incredible Mega Evolution power. This ability once appeared in the special theater version of the Space-Time Demon Hoopa. Using this magic, Pokémon can be transformed without Mega Evolution stones or keys. There's no need for a mind link to even allow Pokémon to achieve 1.2 Mega Evolution. If she succeeds, he and Shu Wan will have absolutely no chance of winning. Pikachu, use Thunder Shock. This time, Shu Wan did not hesitate at all. Although she didn't know what was in the woman's hand. But she knew that Dongfeng was right. Pikachu used all his strength to release Thunder Shock towards Zhu Chaolin. However, it was too late. The black magic wand emitted two black rays that shone on Bangulas and Pidgeot. Roar. Yes. Exposure to black magic. Banglas and Pidgeot howled in pain. Then 2 rays of evolutionary light emanated from Banglas and Pidgeot. It's just that this evolutionary light is black, full of a dark atmosphere. These things are serious. Looking at the evolving Banglas and Pidgeot, Chen Feng's expression was more solemn than ever before. His trump card is Mega Evolution. Now the other party will too. And the level is so much higher than theirs. Roar. And, after a while, 2 new Pokemon appeared in front of Chen Feng and Shu Yuan. Compared to normal evolution, their body color is no longer the original color, but it's ink black. The eyes appear a bloody red. Chapter 82. Battle between Mega Evolutions. Chen Feng, what is this? How can Pidgeot and Banglas evolve? Shu Yuan looked at the reappeared Mega Banglas and Mega Pidgeot and asked Chen Feng timidly. Pidgeot and Banglas can also evolve. This phenomenon overturned her understanding of the eagle and the Banglas. Mega Evolution, an evolution that breaks the limits of Pokemon. Chen Feng looked at Mega Pidgeot and Mega Banglas in front of him and explained. Pokemon. Mega Banjira's Dark Magic Mega Evolution. Level 54. Attribute. Rock, Evil. Ability. Raising sand. When it appears, it will change the weather to sandstorm. Gender. Female. Jiaoshi. Sandstorm ideographic, screech ideographic, chip away ideographic, rock slide ideographic, scary face ideographic, thrash ideographic, hyper beam ideographic, dark pulse ideographic, crunch ideographic, earthquake. Species strength. Stamina. 100. Attack. 149. Defense. 130. Special attack. 95. Special defense. 110. Speed. 66. Total. 650. Pokemon. Mega Pidgeot Dark Magic Mega Evolution. Level 46. Attribute. Flying ideographic, normal. Ability. No defense. Since there is no defense strategy, the moves used by both sides will definitely hit. Gender. Male. Moves. Hurricane, Quick Attack, Sand Swing, Gust, Whirlwind, Twister, Feather Dance, Agility. Species strength. Physical strength. 83. Attack. 80. Defense. 78. Special attack. 102. Special defense. 75. Speed. 111. Total. 525. Mega Evolution only gets half the power. Chen Feng looked at Mega Banglas and Mega Pidgeot in front of him and thought to himself. In a normal Mega Evolution, Mega Banglas's species strength should be 700, and Pidgeot's should be 575, which means an increase of 15 points in species strength. What he saw was that the species strength of Bangla and Pidgeot was 50 points less than the species strength under normal Mega Evolution. Is this the downside of the Black Magic Mega Evolution? Chen Feng guessed that this phenomenon might be caused by the black magic used by this person from the Qingyan sect. In exchange for increasing species strength by half, it is possible to evolve without the need for a key or Mega Evolution stone. Mega Evolution? Shu Yuan was puzzled for a moment. A word she had never heard of. Is it true that if a Pokemon that cannot evolve evolves again, it will become a Mega Evolution? Little brat, you actually know about Mega Evolution. Zhu Chaolin seemed very surprised to hear Chen Feng's explanation. Mega Evolution was something that the Qingyan sect had only recently researched. Moreover, it was developed by cracking the magic and scepter of the ancient pharaoh. How could this boy from a 4th-tier city know that? Of course I do. Because of me. I own Mega Evolution, too. As he spoke, Chen Feng took a step forward and showed the mage bracelet in his hand. What? Zhu Chaolin looked at Chen Feng in shock, as if she had heard something incredible. This teenager said he also has Mega Evolution. Beedrill, let's do it together. Go beyond evolution. As soon as Chen Feng finished speaking, the key on Chen Feng's bracelet resonated with the Mega Evolution stone on Beedrill. A milky white evolutionary light burst out. This is the real Mega Evolution. While waiting for the light to fade away, a Beedrill form that Shu Yuan had never seen before appeared in front of Chen Feng. Mega Evolution. Shu Yuan on the side was stunned. Chen Feng actually also possesses this so-called Mega Evolution. XX. How is this possible? Zhu Chaoyun looked at the scene in disbelief. I couldn't help but take a few steps back. Normal evolutionary light is milky white. And theirs is ink black. Even a fool can see that Beedrill's way of evolution is the real Mega Evolution. And they just used the magic of the ancient pharaohs to allow Pokemon to achieve Mega Evolution. Nothing is impossible. No one in this world knows Mega Evolution better than me. Using dark magic like you guys, Pokémon Mega Evolution won't fully unleash the potential of Pokémon. Chen Feng said lightly. Even Sabrina, who was summoned into this world by him. It's impossible to understand Mega Evolution better than him. Now both parties are Mega Evolution Pokémon. The only thing he was worried about was Pidgeot's defenseless ability. It can be said that Mega Pidgeot is the natural nemesis of Beedrill. Not only does it restrain Beedrill in terms of attribute. Moreover, his ability will make Beedrill's original speed advantage disappear. Shu Wan, if a fight breaks out, run away immediately. The farther the better. Looks almost sick. Chen Feng once again told Shu Wan to leave quickly. Even the Beedrill Mega Evolution. Chen Feng was not sure he could defeat his opponent. It's really that Pidgeot is too restrained by Beedrill. Moreover, the opponents were two Pokémon, and their levels were much higher than his. No, I won't leave. Shu Wan was so anxious that she almost cried. She was angry at herself for being so weak. Now that Chen Feng is in danger, I can't help him at all. Be obedient, you being here will only affect my performance. If an hour later, I didn't go out. Go to Warehouse District 8 and find someone named Sabrina. Tell her to destroy the Qingyan sect. Chen Feng gave Shu Wan his final instructions. If he were to die here, he would let Natu retaliate for him. I won't leave. Hearing Chen Feng's last words, Shu Wan hugged Chen Feng and burst into tears. Shu Wan began to regret why she came to Lostlorn Forest. If you don't come to Lostlorn Forest, you won't meet this strange woman. It's all my fault. Shu Wan felt deeply guilty. Pika Pika. Pikachu also hung his head dejectedly. Whether it's Beedrill, Bangilas or Pidgeot on the scene. The auras emitted by these three Pokémon were not something he could deal with. Don't even think about leaving. No one of you can leave today. Mega Banglas, use Dark Pulse. Mega Pidgeot, use Wing Attack. Zhu Chaolan yelled at Chen Feng in an almost sickly manner. Commanding Mega Banglas and Pidgeot to attack Chen Feng Beedrill. As long as you defeat this Beedrill, you can capture Chen Feng. The secret of Mega Evolution is yours. This time she was smart and didn't use Hyper Beam. Beedrill, dodge him and use Twineedle Sucker Punch. Please, Zubat, stop him. Chen Feng released the last Pokémon in his pocket to help Beedrill block Pidgeot's attack. Pulu, Pulu. After Zubat came out of the Poké Ball, he went straight to Pidgeot. Bang! Zubat was hit directly by Pidgeot and fell to the ground, losing his ability to fight. Beedrill dodged and circled in different ways in midair, his speed too fast to be caught by the naked eye, and quickly attacked Zhu Chaolan. The same moves won't work on me. Pedo Quick Attack, stop it. Bangilas stands in front of me and uses Rock Tomb around me. Accompanied by Zhu Chaolan's command, Pidgeot cried out to the sky, turned around quickly, and rushed towards Beedrill. Chen Feng, keep attacking. Leave Pidgeot to me. Go, Pikachu. Use Thunder Shock at maximum power. Just as Chen Feng was about to have Beedrill turn around and attack Pidgeot first, Shu Wan's voice sounded from behind Chen Feng. Pika. Following Shu Wan's command, Pikachu jumped into the air. Release Thunder Shock on Pidgeot. The ability of no defense is very magical. As long as the rival Pokémon has this ability will be activated. His teammates won't. That is, Pidgeot's attacks will hit Beedrill, and Pikachu's attacks will also hit Pidgeot. Now it depends on who is faster. Shu Wan. Chen Feng turned his head and looked at the determined profile. I won't run away and leave Chen Feng alone. Shu Wan didn't look at Chen Feng, but looked ahead and said with a firm gaze. Beedrill, come on. Seeing Shu Wan working so hard, Chen Feng cheered Beedrill on. Buzz buzz buzz. Hearing Chen Feng's encouragement, Beedrill's speed increased again and disappeared from sight. At the same time, Bangala's Rock Tomb should have surrounded Zhu Chaolan, leaving Beedrill at a loss. Bang! The rock made by Bangalas was shot through by Beedrill and exploded into pieces. Just when Beedrill wanted to go one step further, 373 Bangalas's body made Beedrill despair. Bang! Beedrill was thrown away by Bangalas. At the same time, Pidgeot's attack also came. Under the double impact, the crispy Beedrill directly degenerated back to its normal form, its eyes became mosquito repellent and it lost its combat effectiveness. This time, even Beedrill failed to lead the team to a comeback. Although Pikachu's Thunder Shock attacked Pidgeot, the difference in levels did not cause much damage to Pidgeot. Ahahaha. Little devil, use whatever tricks you have. Beedrill is seen losing his fighting ability. Zhu Chaolan laughed wildly. Even if you have the correct Mega Evolution, you will still be defeated by yourself. Chen Feng, what should we do now? Shu Wan asked, pulling Chen Feng's sleeve. But her eyes were always firm, and she would only follow Chen Feng if he walked. Pika, Pika, Pikachu continued to make fighting moves, ready to fight at any time. Hateful. Chen Feng reluctantly took Beedrill back. If it weren't for Mega Pidgeot this time, you may not lose. Both Beedrill and Melodic were out of action. What to do next? Chen Feng was secretly anxious and began to check his system backpack to see if there were any magical props that could help him. Flying Chi. No, it's too late. Poison Barb, Paralysis Shot. No, these all require equipment, and it's too late. Super Potion, Poké Ball, Ultra Ball, Recovery Potion, Antidote, Golden Mask. As Chen Feng checked, he was secretly anxious. Beads of sweat on his forehead flowed down Chen Feng's cheeks and onto his clothes. What to do? What to do? Am I really going to die here today? Wait, what is this? At this moment, Chen Feng suddenly found a deep black Poké Ball, Dusk Ball in his system backpack. Isn't this the Dusk Ball that I got last time when I was lucky enough to draw it? The moment he saw the Dusk Ball, Chen Feng's eyes lit up instantly. If he remembered correctly, Dusk Ball was the Pokémon that could capture rival. Chapter 83. The Last Hope. Dusk Ball. I admit that you win. I'll join you. Chen Feng spread his hands and pretended to admit defeat, trying to make the other party let down his guard. Then look for an opportunity to capture the opponent's Bangulas using Dusk Ball. Chen Feng. Shu Wan tugged at the corner of Chen Feng's clothes with some concern. Chen Feng was seen holding one hand on the back of Shu Wan's hand, as if to remind her and reassure her. Ha ha ha, if you can't beat them, you want to join them. There's no such good thing in the world. Upon hearing Chen Feng admit defeat, Zhu Chaolan relaxed her guard and burst into laughter. After attacking me, I wanted to surrender. There is no such good thing in the world. Bangulas, use Dark Pulse, kill that Pikachu. Zhu Chaolan had a fierce look on her face and a hint of viciousness in her eyes as she directed Banglas to attack Pikachu. Just now, this Pikachu attacked me the most fiercely. If I don't kill her, I won't be able to get rid of the hatred in my heart. Careful. Chen Feng quickly pounced on Pikachu. Boom. An explosion sounded where Pikachu was just now. Chen Feng. Shu Wan screamed. Wait for the explosion smoke to clear. All I saw was a bloody mess behind Chen Feng. Shu Wan was so distressed that tears flowed down her face. Hey, you can't get into any trouble. I'll need you later. Chen Feng slowly raised his head and took the safe and sound Pikachu out of his arms. Pika. Seeing Chen Feng's look, Pikachu was so moved that tears welled up in his eyes. Chen Feng. Shu Wan hurried to Chen Feng and checked his injuries. Don't worry, I'm fine. Chen Feng assured Shu Wan that in order to survive, she should only pay attention to the minor injuries. No matter what I say next, don't make a sound. Chen Feng instructed Shu Wan. Then he endured the severe pain from the wound on his back and slowly stood up. Holding Pikachu, he walked forward a few steps at a time. At the same time, he released the power of Tequila in his hands to restore Pikachu's strength. Pika. Feeling the strength in his body constantly recovering, Pikachu looked at Chen Feng with surprise. How about a deal? Chen Feng said to Zhu Chaolan. Tell me about it. Zhu Chaolan, who felt she had won the game, suddenly became interested when she heard Chen Feng's words. She leaned on Bangulas, wanting to hear what deal Chen Feng wanted to make with her. I'll tell you the secret of Mega Evolution, and you let them go. Believe me, no one in this world knows Pokemon better than me. Chen Feng looked at Zhu Chaolan and continued. The secret of Mega Evolution. Zhu Chaolan rolled her eyes and gave a sly smile. No problem. As long as you tell me the secret of Mega Evolution and the secret of Phoebus evolving into Melodic, I can promise to let them both go. Zhu Chaolan pointed at the Pikachu in Shu Wan and Chen Feng's arms and said. It is impossible to let it go. As long as she gets the thing, Stephanie will kill herself. You are Zhang Xiaoyu's man. When Chen Feng heard the secret of Phoebus evolving into Melodic, Chen Feng immediately understood what was going on. Lu Shuyan's assistant Zhang Xiaoyu has not been caught so far. The secret of Phoebus evolution into Melodic can only be revealed by her. To be precise, she is my subordinate. Formally introduced Zhu Chaolan, the head of the Qingyan sect's Phoenix Hall. Zhu Chaolan lifted the hair behind her ears and introduced herself. It's her indeed. I didn't expect that Zhang Xiaoyu is actually a member of the Qingyan sect. Chen Feng said secretly. What surprised Chen Feng the most was that the disappeared Zhang Xiaoyu was actually a member of the Qingyan sect. Go ahead, tell me all the secrets of Mega Evolution and Melodic. Zhu Chaolin continued to ask. Mega Evolution is a way of evolving Pokémon that breaks through its limitations. In addition to the magic you just used, the correct way to evolve is to use the trainer's mind as a medium to allow the key and the Mega Evolution Stone to resonate and stimulate the power hidden in the Pokémon. Chen Feng explained slowly. Chen Feng didn't quite understand the true principle of Mega Evolution. But through Ash's bond with Ninja, it can be confirmed that Mega Evolution is inseparable from the bond between Pokémon and trainer. Key. Mega Evolution Stone. Zhu Chaolin frowned. Their Qingyan sect has a long history, so why have I never heard of these two words? However, it is certain that another Mega Evolution mode does exist. She couldn't verify whether this was what Chen Feng said. Yes, this is the key. Chen Feng took out the mage bracelet on his wrist, took it off and threw it to Zhu Chaolin. Is this the key? I think I've seen a few of these things in the Qingyan sect's warehouse. Zhu Chaolin took the mage bracelet and looked at it carefully. The key in the mage bracelet that Chen Feng threw over. Zhu Chaolin remembered that she seemed to have seen some in the Qingyan sect's warehouse. Because it is quite beautiful, it has been kept in the warehouse and no one cares about it. If I got these keys. Looking at Zhu Chaolin lost in thought. Chen Feng quietly took out the dusk ball. He threw it at Benguela's with all his strength. What? Noticing Chen Feng's actions, Zhu Chaolin immediately came to her senses. I haven't reacted yet. I saw a deep black Poké Ball hit Bangla's. A black light flashed. Benguela's was instantly sucked into the dusk ball. Zhu Chaolin, who was originally leaning on Benguela's, lost her center and fell down. Subjugated. Seeing Benguela's being put into the Poké Ball, Shu Wan covered her mouth and screamed. The Poké Ball that had been captured by someone was captured again. Great, it worked. Seeing Benguela's being put into the dusk ball, Chen Feng exclaimed in surprise. Now, Pikachu, use quick attack and bring the Poké Ball back. Chen Feng immediately commanded Pikachu to pick up the Poké Ball. Until the Poké Ball is retrieved, everything is in vain. Pikachu, Pikachu, Pikachu. Pikachu, having recovered his strength, quickly ran towards the dusk ball. Manuo Zhao, success or failure depends on this one move. Pikachu picked up the dusk ball smoothly. But on the way back, Zhu Chaolin is already smelling salts. Stop him. Padot. Although she didn't know why her Pokémon could still be captured by others. But she knew that she must not let Pikachu leave with the Poké Ball. Bibi. Pidgeot immediately flapped its wings and flew forward, chasing Pikachu. Pikachu. Seeing that he was about to be caught up by Pidgeot, Pikachu jumped into the air, raised the dusk ball, and threw it in the direction of Chen Feng with all his strength. Bang! Pika was hit by Pidgeot, tackled to the tree trunk, and was able to fight. Leave it to me next. Chen Feng ran forward and caught the dusk ball. Flip the switch on the dusk ball. A black light flashed. Roar. A black, violent Banglas appeared on the scene. Chapter 84. Progress Reward Black Magic Spell. The atmosphere of tyranny filled the entire competition venue. When Benguela's reappeared, the raging sands descended again. Benguela's. Zhu Chaolin murmured as she watched her Benguela's no longer look like Mikey. What have you done to my Banglas? Zhu Chaolin questioned Chen Feng. Your Benguela's, from now on, they are my Benguela's. Chen Feng scratched his ears nonchalantly. Fortunately, I had drawn a dusk ball before. Otherwise I'll have to explain myself here. From now on the situation has completely turned around. He originally had no Pokémon to battle, but now he has an extra Bangiras. As long as the dusk ball is not destroyed, Benguela's will always obey his command. Unless he has strong willpower, he can break free from the restraints of the dusk ball. Impossible. Benguela's, use the destruction ray to kill him. Of course, Zhu Chaolin didn't believe what Chen Feng said, and tried to command Benguela's to attack Chen Feng. But after receiving Zhu Chaolin's instructions, Benguela's remained unmoved. Staying quietly where you are, not moving. How is this possible? Zhu Chaolin had an expression of disbelief on her face. His own Banglas actually didn't obey his orders. Could it be true that, as he said, Banglas is already his Pokémon? Impossible, absolutely impossible. How is it possible in the world to have this kind of 373 technology? Benguela's, use Hyper Beam to kill him. Zhu Chaolin, who didn't believe in evil, once again commanded Benguela's to attack. But the result is still the same. Bangulas still stood there unmoved. Impossible, this is absolutely impossible. Seeing that Bangulas was unmoved, Shaolin couldn't accept this fact. It's that weird Poké Ball. It's that weird Poké Ball, right? Zhu Shaolin immediately thought of the strange Poké Ball and shouted at Chen Feng. It must be that weird Poké Ball that turned Bangulas into this. Otherwise, why would Bangulas keep giving orders? Yes, it's Dusk Ball. A Poké Ball that can capture and darken any Pokémon, including the trainer's own. In this world, you are not the only ones who possess black technology. Chen Feng explained. The Qingyan sect simply has a longer history and more heritage. Chen Feng really didn't take the others seriously. Wait until his Rockets team develops. Technology alone is enough to defeat them. A Poké Ball that can catch any Pokémon. How could there be such technology in this world? Zhu Shaolin didn't believe it though. But the facts were already before him. His own Bangulas has been captured by the other side. And he continued to give his orders. Now it's time for you to try out Bangula's attack. Chen Feng began to command Bangulas to attack. Rock and ground have been inseparable since ancient times. Before Larvitar evolved into Banguiras, Larvitar was a ground-type Pokémon. Therefore, Bangulas also masters a large number of ground-type moves. Chen Feng, who possesses the secret of the earth, is adept at playing Bangulas. Bangiras, use Earthquake. And, following Chen Feng's command, Bangulas roared to the sky. Then the ground began to tremble violently, and the surrounding trees began to fall down one after another. The violent shaking caused Zhu Shaolin to lose her balance and fall to the ground. Padot, save me. She saw a huge tree about to fall on her. Zhu Shaolin had a strong desire to survive and quickly asked Pidgeot to save him. And, Pidgeot circled in the air in a half circle, flapping its wings, creating a powerful wind storm that smashed the tree to pieces. Then he possessed the body and rushed towards Zhu Shaolin to save her. Today, this is your grave. Bangula, smash the rock seal for me. Run. It's impossible. If she were allowed to escape, there would be endless trouble. He said he would keep her here today. And, piece after piece of rock condensed from midair and smashed heavily on Pidgeot. And, Pidgeot let out a painful cry and fell downwards. No. Pieces of rock trapped Zhu Shaolin and Pidgeot BFAA inside. Forming a rock tombstone. Final attack. Hyper Beam. Chen Feng was afraid that Zhu Shaolin was not dead, so he commanded Bangula to launch the strongest attack on Rock's tombstone. And, a hyper beam filled with destructive energy blasted out from Bangula's mouth. Hit the rock pile accurately. Boom. There was a loud noise. A small mushroom cloud slowly rose. Knock, knock. A black magic wand flew out from the explosion and stuck into the ground. Ding. Your Banglas defeated the level 46 Pidgeot and gained 3,720 experience points. Ding. You have gained 115 combat points, and the current combat value is 3,815. Ding. You killed the leader of the Phoenix Hall of the Qingyan cult. The progress of the mission to destroy the Qingyan cult will be increased by 5%, and you will be rewarded with the Mega Evolution Black Magic spell. When the progress reaches 10%, you can claim the reward again. After Bangula finished his attack, several voices sounded in Chen Feng's mind. A hall master of the Qingyan sect was killed by Chen Feng in this way. As soon as the words fell from his mind, the black magic spell of Mega Evolution merged into Chen Feng's mind. After a moment, Chen Feng slowly opened his eyes. He now has the ability to use black magic to make Pokemon Mega Evolution. Chen Feng, is she dead? Shu Wan asked uncertainly while holding the Pikachu that had lost its ability to fight. Chen Feng turned his head and nodded to confirm. After confirmation by the system, Chen Feng was certain that the hyper beam had killed him. Then Chen Feng turned his eyes to the staff stuck in the ground. He has already mastered the spell of Mega Evolution. Just pair it with this wand to make Pokemon Mega Evolution. Although its strength is not as strong as that of the correctly evolved one. But this approach has an advantage. That is group Mega Evolution. Black magic spell allows Pokemon to Mega Evolve in groups. With this, the rocket's strength will surely increase significantly. Chen Feng endured the pain in his back and walked towards the staff step by step. He picked up the staff that Zhu Shaolin had just used to cast black magic and looked at it carefully. The overall color of the staff is black and yellow. Through the gap, you can vaguely see the golden color inside. Gold should be the original color of this staff. The head of the staff is a statue in the shape of an able monster. It is somewhat similar to the scepter used by the legendary Egyptian pharaoh. Chen Feng, Shu Wan shouted from behind. I know you have a lot of doubts. Believe me, I'll tell you later. Chen Feng turned around and looked at Shu Wan and smiled. This time it was Shu Wan's Pikachu who was at a disadvantage. If there hadn't been one Pikachu left at the end, even with the Dusk Ball, he might not have been able to snatch Banguilas as easily as he did now. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 85. Zorua, the Overlord of Phantoms. Bear with it, it hurts a little. Deaf. Gently, gently, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. In Lostlorn Forest, Shu Wan was applying potion to Chen Feng's injured back. Apart from the Pokémon, he was the one who was most seriously injured. Okay, let's go to the hospital for another checkup when we get back to Shuangyang City. Shu Wan put the remaining potions away and clapped her hands. No need, this potion is very effective, I will be back to normal by tomorrow. Chen Feng put on his worn-out clothes again and waved his hand. After the last experiment, Chen Feng has learned that this potion is also effective on humans. Wounds recover quickly. An injury like this can be recovered tomorrow. No, we have to go to the hospital for a checkup. Shu Wan stood up, put her hands on her hips and puffed out her lips, insisting that Chen Feng go to the hospital for a checkup. It's all my fault. If I were as strong as you wouldn't be injured so badly. Then Shu Wan lowered her head guiltily. What are you thinking? Who can blame you? She came for me. Besides, Pikachu has helped me a lot. Chen Feng rubbed Shu Wan's head affectionately. I didn't blame Shu Wan at all. At her age, it's pretty good that she can do this in this situation. I will definitely become stronger. Shu Wan secretly vowed that she could not slack off anymore and must become stronger. By the way, where did Houndour go? Why hasn't he come back yet? Chen Feng looked towards the depths of Lostlorn Forest. Logically, after such a long time, Bai should have come back. I don't think Stantler is lost. Shu Wan guessed from the side. It's possible. Let's go and look for it, it shouldn't be far away. Chen Feng sat on Banguilas's body and walked towards the depths of the psychedelic forest, looking for a place to settle down. The Stantler of Lostlorn Forest is hostile to humans. They are also very hostile to foreign Pokémon. Houndour was most likely attacked by Stantler. Otherwise he wouldn't have taken so long to come back. If it was a normal Pokémon, Chen Feng wouldn't care if he just threw it away. But this Houndour is a Pokémon that he has strengthened. There is a lot of potential to own. Woof woof. Just then, a burst of canine Pokémon suddenly sounded. Chen Feng looked in the direction of the voice. It was his Houndour. There was also a little black wolf cub following Houndour. Floor. Seeing this little black wolf cub, Chen Feng couldn't help but exclaim. He didn't remember that Lostlorn Forest had a Zorua habitat. Houndour, what's going on? Chen Feng got off Banguilas and asked Houndour. Woof woof woof. Friends. Houndour circled around Chen Feng's body. Not long ago, it was exploring the way forward according to the instructions of the East Wind. When he returned, he saw the figure of Chen Feng appear behind him. Houndour ran over excitedly and circled around Chen Feng. But soon, it heard a laugh. Then, Chen Feng's figure began to change and turned into the current appearance of Zorua. After Houndour and Zorua played for a while, they unexpectedly became good friends. As expected of Zorua, the master of illusions, he even deceived Houndour. Chen Feng thought to himself after hearing this. The transformation of Zorua and his evolution Zoroark is somewhat different from that of other Pokémon. Their transform can even mimic the opponent's ability, including the abilities of those legendary Pokémon. However, Sorona cannot use the moves of the transformed person, and can only mimic the opponent through appearance and ability. Zoro. Zorua suddenly turned into Houndour. Fight with Houndour. Let Chen Feng guess which one is him. However, Zorua did not know that in Chen Feng's insightful eyes, all illusions were useless. Pokémon. Zorua, Houndour form. Level 22. Ability. Illusion transform and mimic the transformed Pokémon's ability. Flash fire temporary, when attacked by a fire-type move, the player absorbs the flames and uses a new fire-type move. Gender. Female. Moves. Grab, Leer, Pursuit, Fake Tears, Fury Swipes, Surprise Attack, Scary Face. Zorua's information appeared in Chen Feng's field of vision. You are Zorua, and you are Houndour. Under the observation of the Eye of Insight, Chen Feng clearly pointed out which one was Houndour and which one was Zorua. Seeing that he was recognized by Chen Feng, Zorua was slightly stunned, somewhat unconvinced. I thought that when I exchanged positions with Houndour just now, I was too slow and was seen by Chen Feng. Then Zorua exchanged positions with Houndour again, and his speed was faster than before. Let Chen Feng continue to guess which one is him. You or Zorua. Chen Feng once again gave accurate instructions, and that Pokemon was Zorua. Since you want to play, I'll play with you. Zorua changed positions once again. You or Zorua. You or Zorua. Dozens of times in a row, Zorua was pointed out accurately by Chen Feng. And without any hesitation, are you convinced? Chen Feng asked Zorua. My Eye of Insight is really the nemesis of Pokemon like Zorua. Solo. I am convinced. Zorua nodded, his head lowered in frustration. This human being really seems to recognize himself. Now that you've accepted, become my Pokemon. Chen Feng took out a Poké Ball and lightly touched Zorua's body. Although he didn't know why Zorua appeared in Lostlorn Forest. But now that he has encountered it, there is no reason to let it go. Zorua turned into a red light and was absorbed by the Poké Ball. There is no struggle even. You come back too, Houndour. Chen Feng took out Houndour's Poké Ball and took Houndour back. Asterisk. What Chen Feng didn't expect was that he wouldn't be able to catch a Zorua this time. Host. Chen Feng. Pokemon available. Giovanni's exclusive Beedrill, level 29, Melodic, level 26, Zubat, level 15, Harroguru, level 17, Nidoking, level 54, Nidoqueen, level 52, Charmeleon, level 37, Honchkrow, level 33, Zorua, level 22. Special ability. Evergreen Power, heal Pokemon, sense Pokemon's inner thoughts, help Pokemon break through racial restrictions. Eye of Insight. Able to see through information about everything. Mega Evolution Spell. Paired with the Black Magic Wand, Pokemon can undergo incredible changes. Battle Value. 3,815. Current Task. Train or recruit 10 Junior Trainers, 1/10. Mission Reward. Summon a Team Rocket Executive. Current Task. Obtain Mew Gene. Mission Reward. Mewtwo Research Experiment Data. 0. Current Mission. Destroy the Qingyan cult and become the largest dark organization in the Yanwang region. Current progress is 5%. Mission rewards. Depends on completion. Current subsystem. Combat Value Lottery, Combat Value Mall. As the mission 5% complete. In Shuangyang City Hospital, Chen Feng was lying on the hospital bed, checking his basic information. After they returned to Shuangyang City, Shu Wan insisted that he go to the hospital for a checkup. Chen Feng couldn't resist. There was no choice but to go to the hospital for a checkup. Only then did he lie down on the bed to rest. After Shu Wan accompanied Chen Feng for a while, she was taken away by her parents. Tisk, who did you fight with again to get hurt like this? Just then, a familiar voice came from the door of the ward. Chen Feng looked in the direction of the voice. I saw Zhang Ling wearing a uniform, standing at the door of the ward with his arms folded across his chest, looking at himself lying on the bed and teasing him. Why are you here? The moment he saw Zhang Ling, Chen Feng was somewhat surprised and shocked. Don't you know I'm very familiar with the doctors here? They told me you were injured again. I came to see if you, the evil one, are dead. Zhang Ling curled his lips. Although she said this, she still cared about Chen Feng in her heart. Otherwise, he would not have come to the hospital to see her after learning that Chen Feng was injured and hospitalized. Then you might be disappointed. Don't you know my physique? Just wait till tomorrow. Chen Feng replied. Little monster. Zhang Ling muttered softly. No one can recover from such a serious injury the next day. But Chen Feng is just such a person. Who did you do this to? You're so injured. Zhang Ling walked to Chen Feng's side, looked at the circles of bandages on Chen Feng's back and asked. This kind of injury is obviously the result of a beating to death. Who did Chen Feng offend that was determined to kill him? Qingyan sect. 3 words came out of Chen Feng's mouth slowly. Chapter 86. The Legend of Cheoj City. What? Qingyan sect. Hearing these 3 words, Zhang Ling couldn't help but exclaimed. Chen Feng actually ran into someone from the Qingyan sect. What's going on? How did you provoke them? Zhang Ling's face darkened and he spoke in a low and serious voice. The Blue Flame Cult is an organization that causes headaches for the Pokemon Alliance. Why did Chen Feng provoke them for no reason? It can't be helped. If you are handsome, you will be noticed easily. Chen Feng lay on the hospital bed and spread his hands. Bah, you are so dishonest. Tell me the truth, how did you provoke them? Zhang Ling glared angrily and said in a coquettish tone. It's unfair. This time it really has nothing to do with me. The people from the Qingyan sect invited me to join them, but I disagreed, and then we started fighting. Chen Feng lay on the hospital bed and cried out that he was innocent. This time, it was the other party who really took the initiative to find him. Do you see your potential? Zhang Ling murmured. She understood Qing Yan's 007 teaching approach. A person with such potential as Chen Feng, after all, would be a successful one in any organization. It is understandable that the Qingyan sect targeted Chen Feng. I have another piece of news, do you want to hear it? Chen Feng suddenly asked Zhang Ling while lying on the bed. Tell me about it. Zhang Ling raised his eyebrows, became interested, and asked Chen Feng to tell him about it. You still remember Zhang Xiaoyu, the assistant beside Lu Shuyun. She is also from the Qingyan sect. Chen Feng said slowly. I think this news should be of great value to Zhang Ling. But who would have thought that Zhang Ling would say with disdain, Tisk, I thought it was some other news, but it turns out to be this. Zhang Xiaoyu is a member of the Qingyan cult. Our investigation bureau has known about this for a long time. What? You already knew that? Then why didn't you tell me? Deaf. Upon hearing the news, Chen Feng couldn't help but be shocked. As he twisted his body, he pulled the wound on his back. You are not from our investigation bureau, why should I tell you? Zhang Ling rolled her eyes at Chen Feng. She had a good relationship with Chen Feng. But this is a matter of principle. The affairs of the investigation bureau cannot be disclosed casually, even if the relationship is very close. I say, Lao Zhang, this is really too mean. I share all the news with you, but you hide it. Chen Feng complained while lying on the hospital bed. As soon as Chen Feng finished speaking, a fist hit Chen Feng on the head. What an old clock, it sounds terrible. Zhang Ling pouted in dissatisfaction. What is this name, Lao Zhang? Isn't this more friendly? Chen Feng smiled awkwardly. It's up to you. Apart from the news about Zhang Xiaoyu, do you have any other discoveries? Zhang Ling asked Chen Feng. Yes, there is, but why should I tell you? Chen Feng told him directly that the investigation bureau must have more information about the Qingyan sect. I want to exchange some information with Zhang Ling. You. Zhang Lingjiao glared. This guy is still as annoying as before. It's okay to tell you, actually. During the National College entrance examination, a theft case occurred in Hebei City, Henan Province. And the perpetrator is Zhang Xiaoyu. They committed crimes very recklessly, leaving the symbol of the Qingyan cult at the crime scene. So we speculate that Zhang Xiaoyu should be a member of the Qingyan sect. Zhang Ling rolled his eyes at Chen Feng and spoke slowly. Hebei City. Hearing about Hebei City, Chen Feng ignored the injury on his back, stood up suddenly, and faced Zhang Ling with a serious expression. Why so serious? Zhang Ling was a little uncomfortable with Chen Feng's sudden seriousness. You must know that Hebei City was the Chaoj city during the Shang and Zhou dynasties. Chen Feng asked. Of course I know, so what? Zhang Ling asked doubtfully. I don't know what this matter has to do with Chaoj City. Chaoj City. Legend has it that this is where Ho-Oh and Lugia fought. Chen Feng said with some regret. According to legend, it was because of this war that the Shang dynasty was weakened and replaced by the Zhou dynasty. According to the villains, usual practice, they will not do useless work. All actions are planned and calculated. According to legend, Hebei City is the place where the Lord of Feng and Lugia fought a great battle during the Shang and Zhou dynasties. The theft also occurred in Hebei City. The Qingyan cult must have discovered something, which is why they sent people to steal it. You, Chen Feng, you must be overthinking it. Ho-Oh and Lugia are both mythical Pokémon that have been passed down. Neither of them exist in this world. After hearing this, Zhang Ling blinked his confused eyes and was stunned for a long time. Then he waved his hand quickly. She felt that Chen Feng must have gone crazy from fighting. They had only heard of legendary Pokémon like Ho-Oh and Lugia in myths and legends. How could it exist in this world? If there really were such destructive Pokémon, the world would have been destroyed long ago. Alright, Chen Feng didn't want to explain anymore. We can't say that all these Pokémon are real. Do you know what's missing? Chen Feng continued to ask Zhang Ling. A mural from the Shang and Zhou dynasties. The content inside can no longer be seen clearly. Zhang Ling spread his hands and said. Anyway, Chen Feng already knew that Zhang Xiaoyu was a member of the Qingyan sect. The rest of the information is irrelevant. It's okay to tell Chen Feng. Murals. After hearing what Zhang Ling said, Chen Feng became more certain of the Qingyan sect's purpose. It looks like the Mewtwo project needs to start soon. Otherwise, if the other party possesses a divine beast, I'm afraid I won't be able to deal with it. Chen Feng thought to himself. What news did you get? Zhang Ling asked. I want to know what news Chen Feng got. The person who attacked me was a person named Zhu Chaolin. He is a hall master of the Qingyan sect. Chen Feng spoke slowly, telling Zhang Ling part of what happened. Tisk, tisk, you're so lucky. Or is it that the hall master was unlucky and met him? A hall master of the Qingyan sect actually died at his hands. Zhang Ling looked at Chen Feng with strange eyes. The strength of the leader of Qingyan Church is much stronger than Chu Guocheng, who was killed by Chen Feng before. Zhang Ling was curious about what method Chen Feng used to kill him. But Chen Feng didn't say anything. She didn't ask any further questions. Everyone has their own secrets. Blame me. Chen Feng spread his hands and said innocently. He wanted to take action against the Qingyan sect, but not now. Chen Feng didn't expect that the Qingyan sect had found him in advance. By the way, I will be heading to the North China War Zone the day after tomorrow. When will you go? At 2.8 seconds, Ling suddenly asked. She had just received a notice from Alliance headquarters that she would be heading to the North China Theater for training the day after tomorrow. So fast. Chen Feng was a little surprised. The holiday hasn't even ended yet and Zhang Ling is about to leave. Well, our training is about to begin. Zhang Ling lifted the hair behind his ear and said. You go first. I'm going to the battle tower. I'll let Elite coach me for a while. I'll go after school starts. Chen Feng thought for a moment and replied. After his injuries healed, he planned to go to the battle tower in the Magic City. That's a good place to gain combat value. There is no such convenient place in the North China War Zone. Good. Then you should have a good rest first, and call me if you have anything in the next 2 days. After Zhang Ling finished arranging these, he left. After Zhang Ling left, Chen Feng took out his cell phone, contacted Zhang Shuiwei, and contacted Sabrina through Zhang Shuiwei. Chapter 87. Team Rocket's new plan. Alakazam, use confusion. Warehouse District No. 8, Shuangyang City. At this time, Sabrina was commanding Alakazam to fight against Chen Feng's 5 Pokémon, Nidoking, Nidoqueen, Persian, and Honchkrow. It fell as Sabrina commanded. Alakazam was seen holding up the confusion spoon. His eyes glowed with blue energy. The flames ejected by the duck-billed dragon are controlled by Alakazam's confusion. It magically sprayed towards Honchkrow. This is the weird part about Psychic-type Pokémon. As long as the power of your moves does not exceed his Psychic, he can use Psychic to control them and turn your moves into his own. Crack. Honchkrow saw the flames coming towards him and condensed a Shadow Ball to stop the flames. Boom. Shadow Ball and Flamethrower collide. Meow. Persian wanted to take advantage of the opportunity to launch a sneak attack, so he dodged and attacked Alakazam with his claws. Just when Persian was about to attack Alakazam, Alakazam suddenly flashed and disappeared from where he was. It was replaced by a duck-billed fire dragon. And Alakazam also appears in the place of Rathalos. The two sides exchanged positions. Bang! Ali Switch caught Persian off guard, causing his attack to hit the Rathalos directly. It's Ali Switch, it's awesome. Persian attacked the duck-billed Rathalos. 15 inches. The Psychic-type Pokémon is so abnormal. One Pokémon is suppressing 5 Pokémon, and it doesn't seem to have used its full strength yet. Of course, Lady Sabrina's Alakazam possesses elite level strength. Too strong. He's only this young, but he's already reached the elite level. If you ask me, Lady Sabrina is the most outstanding genius. That Chen Feng is nothing compared to our Lady Sabrina. I agree. Lady Sabrina is my goddess. Watch Sabrina Alakazam battle 5 Pokémon. The surrounding Team Rocket members were all shocked. Through the battle watch, they can clearly see Alakazam's level. 73. Elite level strength. In this world, Pokémon above level 70 are considered elite. If all 6 of your Pokémon are above level 70, you can also be a trainer who rivals the elite. He is worshipped wherever he goes. I really added the rockets. Zhang Tianyu was extremely excited when he saw Alakazam's performance. Their new instructor turned out to be an elite level trainer. An executive is elite level, so City U seniors need more rooms. Dajuadu. Just then, Zhang Shuiwei's cell phone suddenly rang. Open black lens bracket Giovanni. Give the phone to Sabrina. Close black lens bracket. A message appeared on Zhang Shuiwei's mobile phone. Lady Sabrina, the sleepy old man is looking for you. Zhang Shuiwei held up his cell phone and shouted at Sabrina. Stop it all. Hearing Giovanni looking for her, Sabrina ordered all Pokemon to stop. Took the phone from Zhang Shuiwei. Yes, I see. Don't worry. Just leave it to me, they will pay the price. After Sabrina answered the phone, everyone only heard Sabrina responding on the phone. After a while, he hung up the phone. The boss has a new mission. After hanging up the phone, Sabrina said to everyone. Everyone looked at Sabrina, curious about what the mission was. For the first mission, you must reach the level of a junior trainer within 1 month. Sabrina said slowly. The first order Giovanni gave him was to make these people grow up quickly at all costs. These people are the first members of the Rockets, and they must lay a solid foundation. After the Rockets expand their recruitment, they will be needed to guide Rookie. Without some strength, how can you convince Rookie? This is easy. That's right. It's so easy. Don't worry, Lady Sabrina. I promise to complete the task. Yes, it's too easy. I estimate that in less than a month, my strength will be able to grow to that of a junior trainer. With Lady Sabrina as our instructor, our abilities will be able to reach the level of a junior trainer in less than a month. When everyone heard that the first task was this, they all laughed. This task is too easy for them. In the gravity environment created by Sabrina, not only did their Pokemon grow rapidly, but their physical fitness also became extremely strong. It won't be long before they have the strength of junior trainers. Zhang Shuiwei, go buy a batch of fire stones tomorrow and give them to your Houndour. Sabrina made arrangements for Zhang Shuiwei. A fire stone is required to evolve Houndour into Houndoom. Once the Houndour's potential is almost exhausted, you can use the fire stone to evolve them. Let their strength reach a higher level. Yes, Lady Sabrina. Zhang Shuiwei replied respectfully, although Sabrina's arrival caused his status to decline. But he had no complaints, on the contrary, he was convinced. Sabrina is of elite level strength and it is an honor for them to have her as their leader. Second mission. Sabrina raised the corner of her mouth and paused. The second mission is to find Mew's trace. After you finish your training, I will take you to find Mew. Sabrina slowly told them the second task that Chen Feng had assigned to them. Chen Feng told her on the phone. The Blue Flame cult has discovered clues to Ho-Oh or Lugia. They have to move up the Mewtwo plan. Find clues to Mew. Even one of Mew's eyelashes would do. She is born with extraordinary psychic abilities. Mew is a psychic Pokemon, and her presence can greatly increase the chances of finding clues to Mew. Mew. What kind of Pokemon is this? I've never heard of it. I know Mew. It is said that all Pokemon evolved from Mew, including our ancestors. It seems that this Pokemon only exists in legends. The existence of Mew has not been confirmed yet. How can we find it if it doesn't exist? When everyone heard the second task, they were immediately excited. They all expressed their doubts about how to find Pokemon that don't exist. Quiet. Sabrina cried out softly. The scene suddenly became quiet. I can tell you responsibly that Mew really exists. Including those legendary Pokemon, they all exist in this world. Sabrina said to everyone. In their world, legendary Pokemon are also legends. But in the end, they were found one after another by those ambitious guys. The same is true for this world. The legendary Pokemon must be hiding in that corner box. Especially those legendary Pokemon with divine positions. It's impossible. All those legendary Pokemon actually exist. I also think it's unlikely. No one has seen it in nearly 1,000 years. But even if it exists, where can we find it? Everyone was talking about it. At this moment, Zhang Tianyu suddenly understood what kind of organization the Rockets were. Their target is those legendary Pokemon. But what does it matter? As long as it can make me stronger, it doesn't matter to me what kind of organization it is. Don't worry about this, old conference told us about line elements. The most important thing for you now is to improve your own strength. Sabrina said coldly. Chen Feng will go to Imperial Capital University soon, and he will tell them when he finds clues about Mew. At the same time, they will also go to various trackless forests to look for clues about Mew. There is a high possibility that Pokemon like Mew live in the trackless forest. If there is no clue about Mew in Imperial Capital University, they will search for major trackless forests around the world. Mew, they are determined to win. Chapter 88, Product Launch Conference. Is everything ready, Old Yi? Today is a big day for our company. The reporters will be here soon. We can't afford to make any mistakes. Don't worry, Mr. Liu. Are you still not confident in my skills? I guarantee there won't be any problems today. Yi Qiang sat in the control room and quietly lit a cigarette. He never thought in his life that a company with such a bright future would come to their Liming Street to recruit. Others may not know, but he is one of the few technical personnel in the company. I know very well how powerful their products are. It is definitely not what is circulated on the internet, just for show. Brothers, I have already arrived at the venue of Devon Technologies press conference. Today we take a look at whether the Poké Ball that can enlarge minimize that is circulating online is true. Xu Wanju held up his phone and looked around. Show the venue to her fans. Xu Wanju is a Pokemon anchor who often broadcasts Pokemon battles live. It is a relatively famous live broadcast. In addition to Pokemon battles, she also verifies some controversial things on the internet. For example, the Poké Ball that was previously circulated on the internet that can be enlarged and minimized. They also claim that its quality is better than the best Poké Ball currently on the market. In order to verify whether the news was true, she flew from Suzhou and Hangzhou to Shuangyang City to attend the product launch conference. A Poké Ball that can grow to minimize sounds interesting. As long as the quality is not too bad, she can accept it. This looks shabby. It feels like the anchor's trip today was in vain. +1. Although I know it's fake, I still hope that our Yanwang region can make our own Poké Ball. I hope so too. Countless viewers in the live broadcast room expressed their opinions in the room. Although I don't believe what is said in the promotional video. But everyone hopes that the Poké Ball technology in Yanwang region will get better and better. At 9 o'clock in the morning, the first product launch conference of Dewon Technology Company, Limited officially began. Li Junhua, dressed in formal attire and holding a mat feng, walked to the stage of the press conference. Welcome all friends to attend the press conference of Dewon Technology Company, Limited. You are very lucky, because you are about to witness history. Li Junhua picked up mat feng, controlled his inner excitement, and explained slowly. From today on, their Dewon company will surely become the most eye-catching piece of land in the world. Oh my god, who is this person? He is so boastful and he is also a witness to history. Li Junhua, 45, was once the owner of a Pokemon props processing factory. He sold all his property to save his seriously ill wife. I don't think a man who can sell his property to save his wife would lie. Me too, I just wish their Poké Balls were half as good as they claim. Soon, all the information about Li Junhua was dug up by netizens. Li Junhua's character is loved by many netizens. I believe that everyone is here today to verify whether our products are as described in our promotional videos. I can tell you with absolute certainty that every sentence and every word in our promotional video is true. They can all be verified. Li Junhua walked and spoke on the podium. Full of confidence, this is the confidence brought by technology. Boss Li, words are not enough. There have been some unscrupulous companies that advertised how good their Poké Balls were, but in the end they were just some poor quality Poké Balls that were spliced together. Mr. Li, what evidence do you have to prove that your company's Poké Balls outperform all other Poké Balls on the market? Xu Wanju stood up and raised his hand. They are really scared by the domestic Poké Ball. What the girl said is right. Words are not enough. In the past, there were indeed some unscrupulous businessmen who sold inferior products as good ones and deceived everyone's feelings. But I promise our Poké Balls are definitely different. Li Junhua then clapped his hands, and a staff member came over with 3 Poké Balls the size of ping-pong balls. It's really only the size of a ping-pong ball. Can you catch Pokemon at such a young age? Can it really become the size of a fist? What's the principle behind this? When people in the audience saw the Ultra Ball, which was only the size of a ping-pong ball, they began to whisper to each other. This was the first time they had seen such a small Poké Ball. Do you doubt that such a small Poké Ball can catch Pokemon? Seeing the reactions of the audience, Li Junhua smiled slightly, as if he had known it for a long time. In the promotional video, our Dewon company mentioned 2 points in total. The first point is that our Poké Ball can be freely enlarged or minimized, making it very convenient to carry. After Li Junhua finished speaking, Solacean took one of the 3 Ultra Balls. Flip the switch. Under the gaze of everyone, the Poké Ball, which was originally the size of a ping-pong ball, magically turned into the size of a fist. FK, it actually got bigger, the space compression technology is real. Woohoo. Take off. Awesome. Regardless of its performance, I'll buy it just for its class. That's so convenient. Some reporters present seem to have sensed the hotspot and raised their cameras to take pictures. Start editing the copy for publication on site. Suddenly, many comments appeared on the internet, such as, shocking. Space compression technology is actually real. Open black lens bracket. The rise of domestic Poké Ball, close black lens bracket. What kind of company is Dewin? It actually has this kind of black technology. Closing square bracket. These online news attracted the attention of the general public, and they clicked in to check it out. Let more people know about Dewin Company. Dewin Company. Isn't this the name of the previous potion company? At the headquarters of the Magic City branch of the Magic City Century Metropolis, Lu Shuyun was checking the news pushed on her mobile phone. When I saw the words of Dewin Company, Lu Shuyun instantly thought of the potion that Chen Feng had sprayed on her when she sprained her foot. What a sly guy. He has hidden so much. Everyone, I have just demonstrated how to minimize your freedom. Our company has mastered the space compression technology to a very mature level, so you can use it with confidence. The second point is also what everyone is most concerned about. What is the performance of the Poké Ball? What is the capture rate? Quote. I think this is what everyone is most concerned about. Quote. Li Junhua continued to preach. Boss Li is right. The performance of the Poké Ball is the only criterion for judging the quality of Pokémon. Seo Hyaon Juk approached. The quality of a Poké Ball is judged by its capture rate and its lifespan, not by some other black technology. Otherwise, no matter how powerful your black technology is, if you can't catch Pokémon, it's just a decoration. I have a document here, you can take a look. This is a video from when I was testing the Ultra Ball. Li Junhua took out a USB drive, plugged it into the computer, and started playing the video footage he had recorded while testing Pokémon. Everyone began to watch the video quietly. On the big screen, 2 boxes full of Poké Balls were placed in front of Li Junhua. On one side is Devin's Ultra Ball, and on the other side is Thunderbolt's latest Poké Ball, Thunderbolt IV. In front of the box, there are 2 Ursarinks locked in iron cages. In the picture, Li Junhua picked up a Thunderbolt IV Poké Ball and threw it at Ursaring. Ursaring turned into a red light and was absorbed into the Poké Ball. Bang! Before the Poké Ball landed, Ursaring destroyed the Thunderbolt 4 Poké Ball and shit came out of it again. Li Junhua captured Ursaring 10 times in a row. Ultra Ball player Li Junhua only used 3 times to conquer the circle. Some people believe this video, while others do not. Then Li Junhua in the picture started to do other tests. Half an hour later, there were more questioning voices on the internet. The reason is that in the video, Ultra Ball showed too much strength. High enough to beat all Poké Balls. This made them unconvinced. FK, this Ultra Ball is too awesome. Compared with the advanced ball, Thunder IV is rubbish. The video shows that she is indeed strong, but she is not as R***T as if it were real. I think it's unlikely to be true. From nothing to transcendence, the leap is too big. Everyone, the video has been played. We promise that all experimental data are true and valid. If you have any other questions, I believe time will tell. Li Junhua pulled out the USB drive and spoke slowly to everyone. Everything that can be shown has been shown. Next, we just need to wait for user reviews to improve the reputation. Chapter 89. The Power of Ultra Ball. Boss Li, I want to know how much our Ultra Ball costs. Where can I buy it? Shu Wanju continued to ask questions. After watching Li Junhua's experimental video, Shu Wanju couldn't wait to experience it for himself. Her instinct told her, Devin's Poké Ball may really be different from previous domestic Poké Balls. The national unified retail price of Ultra Ball is set at 1,200 Alliance coins per ball. You can search our official flagship store, Devin Technology, and pre-order from the official website. In addition, we welcome all channel partners to cooperate with our Dewin company. Li Junhua said with a smile. 1,200 Alliance coins is the price set by Chen Feng. It is 200 Alliance coins higher than the Thunderbolt IV Poké Ball. But their company's products are definitely worth the price. FK, 1,200 Alliance coins per piece, that's a bit high. It's a bit high indeed, but if his performance is really 1200, it's not expensive. I'll buy one to try it out first. If it works well, I'll use this one in the future. I'll buy one and try it too. Friends in Shu Wanju's live broadcast room, those who have money, all searched for Daewon Company's official website to make purchases. As a trainer, 1200 Alliance coins can still be obtained. The pre-sale amount of 200,000 released by Daewon Company is decreasing little by little. Brothers, see, I have got the Ultra Ball worth 1200 Alliance coins. Shu Wanju held two high-level 363 balls the size of ping-pong balls in his hands and showed them to the viewers in the live broadcast room. After the press conference, Lee Junhua gave two Ultra Balls to everyone who attended the press conference of Daewon Company as a gift for today, so that they could experience it in advance. The quality of a Poké Ball can only be known by using it personally. Now I will show you the power of Ultra Ball. See this button? Just press it and the Ultra Ball will get bigger. Shu Wanju gently turned on the switch in front of his fans. The thing that was originally the size of a ping-pong ball suddenly became the size of a fist in Shu Wanju's hand. Brothers, did you see that? It has become the size of a normal Poké Ball. It's very smooth without any lag, and the technology looks very mature. Shu Wanju demonstrated Ultra Ball's space compression technology to the fans again. Shu Wanju is very satisfied with this technology. It is very comfortable to use and easy to carry. With this technology, they can bring more Poké Balls when traveling. Next, I will replace my Poké Ball with an Ultra Ball, let the Pokémon experience it, and compare which Poké Ball of Thunder IV is more comfortable. After saying that, Shu Wanju took out his Pokémon and released it. Come out, Superior. As the Poké Ball flashed red, a turquoise Pokémon appeared in front of BFBB, Shu Wanju. Shu Wanju released his Pokémon in front of his fans. Superior, I'll change your Poké Ball today. If you feel comfortable, just nod your head. Shu Wanju greeted her Pokémon in advance. If a trainer wants to replace a Pokémon's Poké Ball, he must destroy the Pokémon and restore the Pokémon to the free contest condition. If you don't say hello in advance, the Pokémon may think you want to let it go and no longer want it. Jun. Superior nodded indifferently, he was used to this kind of thing. Bang! Shu Wanju destroyed Superior's Poké Ball directly in front of the fans. Superior, come in. Shu Wanju took the Ultra Ball and touched it lightly. Without any pause, Superior turned into a red light and was taken into the Ultra Ball. Come out, Superior. Then Shu Wanju released Superior again. What do you think, Superior? Which Poké Ball is more comfortable? Shu Wanju asked Superior. Jun. Superior nodded excitedly. This Poké Ball is much more comfortable to live in than the previous Poké Ball. My master is finally more reliable. Is it more comfortable than the Poké Ball from Thunderbolt IV? Shu Wanju was a little surprised about this. He didn't expect that Daewon's Poké Ball would be more comfortable to live in than the most famous Thunderbolt IV on the market. Okay, Superior, the test is over, let's switch back. Shu Wanju took out an empty Thunderbolt Poké Ball and pretended to take Superior back. But who knew that Superior's eyes suddenly became sharp? Snap! Superior actually used his tail to blow away the Thunderbolt 4 Poké Ball. Then use vines to destroy the Poké Ball of Thunderbolt IV. The action is done in one go, without any delay. Superior's action stunned the viewers in the live broadcast room. What the hell? What's going on? Is this Ultra Ball really that comfortable? I don't want the 4th generation of Thunder anymore. I don't know. I've ordered one. It will arrive in 3 days. I'll know when I try it. Brothers, it seems that our domestic Poké Ball is really going to rise. Shu Wanju was a little excited. This Poké Ball is indeed different from the previous ones. Devon did not lie. Judging from Superior's reaction, the performance of Ultra Ball is indeed better than that of Thunder IV. At least in terms of comfort, Ultra Ball wins. Brothers, I have an Ultra Ball in my hand, and I'm going to use it to catch a Pokémon. Shu Wanju took out the last Ultra Ball and said to his fans. She wanted to test the Ultra Ball's catch rate. Yes. Just then, a flying Pidgeotto in soaring in the sky caught Shu Wanju's attention. Shu Wanju immediately used the battle watch to check Pidgeotto's information. It's a level 23 Pidgeotto. Brothers, today we will try to catch a Pidgeotto with this Ultra Ball. Shu Wanju turned his attention to Pidgeotto. Superior, use vines. After that, Shu Wanju commanded Superior to attack Pidgeotto. Jun. Two powerful vines flew out from Serperior and attacked Pidgeotto in soaring in the sky. And Pidgeotto was caught off guard and was pulled down by Serperior's vines and fell to the ground. Go, Ultra Ball! Shu Wanju immediately flings out the Ultra Ball. Only in this way can the capture rate of a Poké Ball be tested. Instead of waiting until Pokémon becomes endangered before catching them. Ding dong! Pidgeotto turned into a red light and was absorbed by the Ultra Ball. It fell to the ground and began to shake. At this moment, Shu Wanju and the viewers in the live broadcast room couldn't help but feel worried. Accompanied by a click sound. The Poké Ball closes. Pidgeotto was subdued. I conquered Pidgeotto. Shu Wanju excitedly raised Pidgeotto's Poké Ball. She has caught many Pokémon, but this Pidgeotto was the happiest one for her. This is because the Poké Ball used for capture is the Poké Ball independently researched by their Yanhuang region. Starting with this Pidgeotto, she can announce that the Poké Ball industry in the Yanhuang region has stood up. FK, this is awesome. I can capture it with just one attack. Dewin Company YYDS. No more talking, I'm going to pre-order 2 Ultra Balls. I bought 3. SX, there were 180,000 when I checked just now, but now there are none. None. Shu Wanju is seen using Ultra Ball to easily capture a level 23 Pidgeotto. The viewers in the live broadcast room could no longer sit still. The remaining 18 years of Ultra Ball were sold out in 1 second. It turns out that the capture rate of Ultra Ball is higher than that of Thunderbolt IV. Just based on this capture rate, this Poké Ball is worth buying. P.S. I went to my mother-in-law's house to celebrate the holidays and just came back. Chapter 90. Mission completed. Second elite member. Time flies, and soon more than half a month has passed. Since Ultra Ball was launched on the market, it has received positive reviews from trainers. Devon Company is walking into the trainers' praise. Due to limited production capacity, Dewin's channels currently only extend to the East China Theater. Trainers from other war zones who want to purchase Ultra Balls must go to the East China War Zone. Or pre-order from the official website. Warehouse District No. 8, Shuangyang City. At this moment, Sabrina was sitting on a chair, with her long legs crossed and a glass of red wine in her hand. Took a sip gently. In front of him were 19 members of Team Rocket. After half a month of special training, these people's strength finally reached the level of junior trainers. Zhang Shuiwei, Zhang Tianyu, Duck-billed Fire Dragon and Honchkrow, each of you pick one. Sabrina shouted at Zhang Shuiwei and Zhang Tianyu. Among these 19 people, Zhang Shuiwei and Zhang Tianyu are the 2 members who performed most outstandingly in training. He was also one of the first 2 members to reach the level of a junior trainer. It is also a good choice to give the duck-billed Charmander and Honchkrow to them. Thank you, Boss Giovanni, thank you, Lady Sabrina. Zhang Shuiwei and Zhang Tianyu said in unison. A look of joy appeared on his face. Rathalos and Honchkrow have been trained by Lady Sabrina during this period. Their strength is much higher than when they first came here. I choose the duck-billed dragon. I choose Honchkrow. Zhang Tianyu chose the duck-billed fire dragon without hesitation. The reason is that the duck-billed fire dragon can control the flame jet to turn. Beedrill is very restrained against Chen Feng. Zhang Shuiwei chose Honchkrow to expand his striking range. There is already Houndoom, a fire-type Pokémon, so there is no need to choose another fire-type Pokémon. I'm so envious. Brother Yu now has a Pokémon that's almost level 40. But there is still a big gap between me and Chen Feng. In the video sent over a few days ago, Chen Feng's Beedrill Elephant has reached level 40. And his melodic water gun and freeze ray can also turn corners. Logan and Sao Rufeng were whispering below. They came to participate in the training, but they never forgot to pay attention to Chen Feng. Through the videos uploaded on the internet, they have learned that Chen Feng's melodic can also control the skill of turning. They once asked Sabrina how to make her skills better. But Sabrina told them that she was controlled by confusion. As for Nidoking Nidoqueen and the others, these were all trained by Boss Giovanni, and she doesn't know how to do them. This is the only point that shows the gap between them and Chen Feng. Chen Feng is a pervert. We can't possibly surpass him. Sao Rufeng gritted his teeth. He has given up the idea of looking for Chen Feng to retaliate. Chen Feng's growth rate is too terrifying. It's far from what they can match. Among the 3 of them, only Zhang Tianyu was unwilling to give up like this. Zhang Shuiwei, did one of you escape and not come? Sabrina asked as she hit yawn. Yes, Lady Sabrina. That man's name is Luo Tianyu. Zhang Shuiwei answered truthfully. When they had agreed to meet at warehouse area number 8, only this person did not show up. Go get rid of him. Our rocket stuff is not so easy to take. Sabrina said it nonchalantly. It seems that killing a person is as easy as killing an ant. If you take something from Team Rocket and don't do anything, you'll pay the price. Yes, Lady Sabrina. Zhang Shuiwei replied respectfully. He has all their information and data, Luo Tianyu can't escape. Go ahead. Sabrina waved gently. Then he used Pokemon to cover up Nidoking, Nidoqueen, and Persian, and disappeared from everyone's sight in a flash. Wei Jie, what should we do now? Are we really going to kill someone? After Sabrina left, Zhang Weiliang asked Zhang Shuiwei timidly. This is murder. Since joining Team Rocket, we have no way out. I told you that at the beginning. Zhang Shuiwei glared at Zhang Weiliang. At the same time, be alert to others. Sabrina just said that Team Rocket stuff is not easy to get. My current level of ability should be comparable to that of a high-level trainer. On the other side, Chen Feng, who had just returned from the Magic City, muttered as he looked at his attribute panel. After his injuries healed, Chen Feng went to the battle tower again to train. After half a month of fighting, Chen Feng's strength has once again made great progress. Without using Mega Evolution, the vast majority of senior trainers are no longer Chen Feng's rival. Of course, there is still a little gap between him and top senior trainers like Li Fei. Host. Chen Feng. Pokemon available. Giovanni's exclusive Beedrill, level 41, Melodic, level 36, Zubat, level 15, Harroguru, level 17, Nidoking, level 56, Nidoqueen, level 54, Zoroark, level 33. Special ability. Evergreen Power, heal Pokemon, sense Pokemon's inner thoughts, help Pokemon break through racial restrictions. Eye of Insight. Able to see through information about everything. Mega Evolution spell. Paired with the Black Magic Wand, Pokemon can undergo incredible changes. Battle value. 13,815. Current task. Train or recruit 10 junior trainers, 10 out of 10 completed. Mission reward. Mission reward. Summon a Team Rocket executive. Current task. Obtain Mew Gene. Mission reward. Mewtwo research experiment data. Current mission. Destroy the Qingyan cult to become the largest dark organization in the Yanhuang region. Current progress is 5%. Mission rewards. Depends on completion. Current subsystem. Combat value lottery, combat value mall. Receive the task reward for training or recruiting 10 junior trainers from the system. Chen Feng muttered to himself. Ding, the task of training or recruiting 10 junior trainers has been completed. Reward for recruiting a Team Rocket executive. Do you want to start collecting? Asterisk 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 asterisk. The voices of 3 systems sounded in Chen Feng's mind. 8x. Hearing the voice in his mind, Chen Feng muttered to himself. As soon as he finished speaking, dozens of Team Rocket characters appeared in front of Chen Feng. Different from last time, all the characters that appear this time are executive level figures of Team Rocket. Koga, Ma Zishi, Blaine, Ariana, Archer, Chao, Maxi, Archie and others. There are no minions like James and Jesse that appeared before. This means that the character summoned this time is 100% an executive level member. Start calling. Chen Feng pressed the start summoning button below. I saw a flashing box jumping back and forth continuously. The final box is lock on a veiled ninja. Ding, the character summoned this time is Koga. Should we start the summoning? Koga, after all, is Koga. Chen Feng couldn't help but be pleasantly surprised. Koga, Sabrina and Mashiro are all members of Team Rocket's 3 executives. 0, 0. And Koga also has elite level strength. The Rockets are about to add another elite level player. Start calling. Chen Feng muttered to himself. A white hole exactly the same as the one that summoned Sabrina last time appeared in front of Chen Feng. A middle-aged man with a hedgehog head and wearing a ninja costume walked out of the white hole. Ninja Koga is here. Name. Koga. Organization. Rockets. Age. 31. Strength. Elite. Pokemon. Crobat, Arbor, Weezing, Venomoth. Hobbies. Studying ninjutsu. It is indeed elite level. Looking at Koga's information, just as Chen Feng thought, Koga was at the elite level. Welcome, Koga. Chen Feng extended his hand to welcome Koga. You are the new leader of Team Rocket. Seems a bit weak. Koga looked Chen Feng up and down. Well, after hearing Koga's comments, Chen Feng stretched out his hand, not knowing what to do. I have grown to a senior trainer in more than 2 months and I am already very strong. But compared to an elite level person like Koga, he is indeed a bit weak. It's okay, I can wait. Then Koga stretched out a hand and held Chen Feng's hand. It can be regarded as recognition of Chen Feng as the new leader of Team Rocket. Hey, who was that? It turns out to be Koga. At this moment, Sabrina suddenly appeared beside them. Long time no see, Sabrina, you've grown a lot. Koga glanced at Sabrina and greeted. Of course, I am no longer that little girl. Sabrina said proudly as she tossed her hair. It was such a pleasant surprise and an unexpected thing to see Koga again. Sabrina, explain the situation to Koga. Chen Feng asked Sabrina to introduce Koga to their current basic situation. Leave it to me, Master Chen Feng. Sabrina replied respectfully. Started to introduce Koga to the latest situation of their rocket team. Chapter 91, Team Rocket's plot. Humph. The Blue Flame cult is just a stepping stone for our Team Rocket. After listening to Sabrina's introduction, Koga snorted coldly. He did not take the Qingyan sect seriously at all. The Qingyan cult will attack me again. Chen Feng said with great certainty. The black magic scepter in Zhu Chaolan's hand is now in his hand. Zhang Xiaoyu knew that Zhu Chaolan came to see her. When the Qingyan sect finds out that Zhu Chaolan died at their hands, they will definitely come after them to take back the black magic scepter. He doesn't believe in this kind of thing. Qingyan teaches a lot. I didn't expect that the people of Qingyan sect would accidentally find the method of mega evolution. Sabrina was quite shocked. When she first came to this world, there was no information about mega evolution in this world. And now Chen Feng has seized an item that can mega evolution. This Qingyan sect does have some merits. By the way, Koga, you haven't mega evolution yet, right? Chen Fengxiang looked at Koga and said. No mage bracelet was found on Koga. There should be no mega evolution stone. Is this what you are talking about? Lucky to pick up a pair. Koga pulled a pair of mega evolution stones from his pocket. It is none other than Gengar's mega evolution stone. This is what he picked up before. However, I haven't found a suitable ghastly, so I have never used it. You're lucky, Koga. Sabrina patted Koga's shoulder and teased. Mr. Chen Feng, do you need me to be with you? Koga asked Chen Feng. In his eyes, Chen Feng is still very weak. No, you have other tasks, I can handle it myself. Chen Feng touched the Poké Ball of Nidoking and Nidoqueen and said, 397. Sabrina had brought back the Nidoking, Nidoqueen, and Persian to him. Including Bangulas, he has a total of 3 Pokemon above level 50. Plus Mega Evolution and Black Magic. No matter what kind of rival we face, we are always ready to fight. Mr. Chen Feng, if there is anything you need me to do, please feel free to arrange it. Koga asked Chen Feng. Since Chen Feng said he is not needed, then he is not needed. Koga, you just came into this world, and no one has seen you except me and Sabrina. I need you to infiltrate the upper echelons of the Pokemon Alliance. Chen Feng made arrangements to Koga. Pokemon Alliance is the ruler of the Yanhuang region. I must know more than them. With Koga's strength, sneaking into the Pokemon Alliance is a very simple thing. The only troublesome issue is identity, and Chen Feng has already thought of a solution. Once Porygon is created, let Porygon invade the Alliance system and add an innocent identity to Koga. Sneak into Pokemon Alliance. Leave it to me. Koga pulled his ninja mask and nodded in agreement. In another world, he turned out to be a Pokemon Alliance gym trainer. Later, he became the elite of Johto region. Working at the Pokemon Alliance is easier for him than eating. What about me? Will I still be responsible for those people? Sabrina asked Chen Feng. The task assigned to her by Chen Feng, to train these people into junior trainers, has been completed. She didn't want to continue this boring job. Yes, you also need to be responsible for the people on Team Rocket, and continue to expand Team Rocket. Chen Feng pondered for a moment and said, Koga already has a mission, and he really doesn't have anyone suitable except Sabrina. To be honest, this kind of job is most suitable for Ma Zishi. Now the Rocket's first 19-man squad has been formed. The system just issued him a new task, which is also the last task for the growth of Team Rocket. Current mission. Expand the Rocket team to 100 people and do something that will shock the whole country. Mission reward. Full system unlock. This is a task that the system has just issued to him. After completing this task, the system will no longer release any growth tasks related to the rocket team. But at the same time, the system will also unlock all functions. Ah, Sabrina's face instantly drooped when she heard that she was also responsible for those people. Obviously don't want to do such boring things. Don't be nervous, Sabrina, you're going to like this job for sure. Don't you like being an actor? I need you to disguise Team Rocket as a film crew to hide Team Rocket's identity. Chen Feng said slowly. Team Rocket needs to travel to various places in the Yanhuang region to carry out missions. I went to some trackless forests and historical sites. It's reasonable to take a picture. The crew, real. Upon hearing the crew, Sabrina instantly perked up. Her hobby is being an actor. Why would I lie to you? I'll write the script for you, and you'll act it out. Chen Feng nodded and said, oh, what kind of script? I won't act in a rubbish one. Sabrina pouted. As a first-line actor, she won't act if the script is too bad. Don't worry, I guarantee you'll be satisfied. He has already thought of the first script. Just take pictures of Lugia's outburst. Replace Ash and Pikachu with Sabrina and Alakazam. The villain is changed to Genesect. Aren't you from the Qingyan cult trying to find Lugia and Ho-Oh? I'm going to make a movie about Lugia. Let you out. If that doesn't work, I'll make another Ho-Oh movie. I don't believe you won't take the bait. Anyway, in the world of Pokemon, it doesn't cost much to shoot a Pokemon movie. Actors are all members of Team Rocket. Just use Ditto for legendary Pokemon. It doesn't cost much at all. That's fine. I'll teach them how to become a qualified actor. Seeing Chen Feng so confident, Sabrina felt relieved. Although still responsible for these Team Rocket members. But how can I do what I like? Don't neglect your work and hobbies. At the same time, in a basement in the West China War Zone. A dozen men wearing black robes with a blue flame symbol printed on their backs sat in 2 rows. There were only 2 empty seats. And the person in the middle is the leader of their Qingyan sect. Why haven't Zhu Chaoyun and you men come yet? Do they want all of us to wait for them? One of the Qingyan sect members said with some dissatisfaction. By now, several of their hall masters, deacons, and elders have arrived. Only Zhu Chaoyun and you men did not arrive. I think some people who have become alliance elites no longer take our Qingyan sect seriously. Qingyan sect elder Han Ji said indignantly. Originally, he was going to become the elite of alliance, but unexpectedly, you men suddenly appeared. Therefore, he was very dissatisfied with you men who replaced him. Elder Han, you must be responsible for what you say. Just then you men pushed open the door of the conference room and walked in and said. The alliance elite that Elder Han mentioned just now was him, you men, the evil elite of the East China War Zone. What's going on? You're back so late, the leader of the Qingyan sect questioned in a low voice. Obviously he was unhappy about arriving late at the gate. I'm sorry, master, I'm late because I was investigating something. Yu Men expressed his apologies to Zhu Yunwen, the leader of the Qingyan sect. Every leader of the Qingyan sect was named Zhu Yunwen, with the purpose of reminding them not to forget the purpose of the Qingyan sect. Huh, are you investigating our Qingyan sect? Elder Han continued to confront Yu Men head on. Yu Men just smiled slightly, not taking Elder Han's words to heart at all. Yes, I was late because I was investigating something related to our Qingyan sect. Wow, Yu Men's words had just fallen. Other believers began to whisper. Everyone has seen it. Yu Men has betrayed our Qingyan sect. Master, I request that the traitors be killed. Elder Han took advantage of the situation and suggested that the leader of Qingyan sect kill Yu Men. Quiet. 2 majestic words slowly came out of Zhu Yunwen's mouth. Before he finished speaking, the conference room suddenly became quiet. You men, what's going on? Zhu Yunwen continued to question you men. Your Excellency, the reason I came late to this meeting was because I went to investigate the cause of Zhu Chaolin's death. Don't wait for her, she's been killed. You men said truthfully. Zhu Chaolin is dead. Who killed her? The ancient pharaoh's scepter was on her. Who killed her? Where's the staff? It doesn't matter if she dies, where's the staff? With her death, the staff plan was also bought. The people around were talking about it. Obviously shocked Zhu Chaolin died. Who killed her? Hearing the news that Zhu Chaolin had died, Yi Yunwen was somewhat moved. Zhu Chaolin is his granddaughter, otherwise, as a hall master, how could she possibly possess the scepter of the ancient pharaoh? Chen Feng, an 18-year-old boy. Yu Men said truthfully. BJXL, who is this? I never said it. Yeah, I have no impression of that at all. I've heard of him. He's very famous in the East China theater. He's an 18-year-old genius who was able to defeat a high-level trainer in less than 3 months. An 18-year-old senior trainer is such a freak. But there is no way to kill Zhu Chaolin even if this is the case. Everyone speculated. You men, could it be that you coveted the Pharaoh's scepter and killed the head of the Fengtang and then framed a junior? Elder Han continued to put the blame on you men. Han Ji, you old thing, I respect you as an elder. I have tolerated you time and again, but you are still pushing your luck. Do you think I am afraid of you? Don't be so shameless. Hearing Han Ji putting the blame on him again, you men could no longer bear it. He cursed loudly. Take out your Poké Ball and prepare for battle. Come on, let's fight. If you die, don't blame me for being merciless. A hint of gloom flashed across Han Ji's eyes. The fights here are not ordinary battles. Instead, they try every possible means to attack the opponent's trainer in battle. It's a battle that will result in injury and death. Bang! Shut up. Zhu Yunwen on the stage heard the two people arguing again. He pounded the table hard. Zhu Yunwen hit the solid wood table so hard that a crack appeared on it. When Yu Men and Han Ji saw this, they shrank their necks. Yu Mun, where did you get the news? Where is the Pharaoh's scepter now? Two questions came out of Zhu Yunwen's mouth in succession. What he is most concerned about now is where the Pharaoh's scepter is. There are only 3 of these in their entire church. One was on Zhu Chaolin, one was on the law enforcement elder, and the other was on him. Your Excellency, there is a man under Chaolin's command named Zhang Xiaoyu. Once lurked beside Lu Shuyun of the Lu family. Not long ago the church asked Zhu Chaolin to raise funds for the church. Zhang Xiaoyu told Zhu Chaolin that Chen Feng knew how to evolve Phoebus into melodic, and asked Zhu Chaolin to find Chen Feng. If we can get this method, we can raise a lot of money for the church by selling melodic. Zhu Chaolin believed Zhang Xiaoyu's words and went to Chen Feng to ask for the method to evolve Tiantianyu into melodic. But now, Chen Feng is still alive and Zhu Chaolin has disappeared. Everyone, I think you should understand what I mean by this. Chen Feng killed Zhu Chaolin. The Pharaoh's scepter is now in Chen Feng's hands. 4.2 inches. If you don't believe me, you can ask. I have brought Zhang Xiaoyu back and she is waiting at the door now. You men told the truth and narrated what had happened. Let her in. Zhu Yunwen waved his hand, motioning Zhang Xiaoyu to come in. After a while, Zhang Xiaoyu walked in from the door and bowed respectfully to everyone. Is what you men said just now true? Zhu Yunwen questioned Zhang Xiaoyu. My lord, everything Elite said is true. After leaving, Hall Master Zhu went to Shuangyang City to find Chen Feng. Zhang Xiaoyu glanced at Yu Men and nodded. If one hadn't seen it with one's own eyes, who would have believed that Yu Men, the evil leader in the East China War Zone, was actually a member of the Qingdan sect? Shuangyang City. Chen Feng. Who will go to Shuangyang City to kill this Chen Feng and take back the Pharaoh's staff? Zhu Yunwen's eyes flashed with a sharp light, and he said viciously. Zhu Chaolin can die, but they must take back the Pharaoh's staff. No need, Chen Feng will go to Imperial Capital University in a while. Leave this matter to me. I will bring the scepter back. You men took the initiative to take on this task. Okay, I'll leave this matter to you. Remember to not forget who you are. Zhu Yunwen was wary of you men. Yes, master, I will always be a member of the Qingyan sect. Yu Menling received the order and slowly retreated. After Yu Men left, Zhu Yunwen gave a look to the 2 elders beside him. The 2 elders immediately understood. He took Zhang Xiaoyu out. Yu Men's identity was not something that a small follower like her could know. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 92. All my ashes are scattered for you. 191,919. A street in Shuangyang City. Luo Tianyu, who had just won a little money in the casino, was humming a little tune while walking towards his home. Hee, I've been really lucky recently. How can there be such a stupid organization in the world that allows people to get paid without doing anything? Only a fool would go to your big training camp. Anyway, I've already got the money. I'll see what you can do. I boasted so much back then, but now it's been a month and I'm still doing well. Luo Tianyu held on to the idea that Team Rocket was just an organization with lots of money and stupid people, and continued walking towards his home. Strange, why are there so many Golbats today? Luo Tianyu looked up in confusion. Now the genius has just darkened. He saw dozens of Golbats circling in the sky above his head, flapping its wings constantly. Bat Pokemon like Zubat and Golbat are meant to live in cities. Therefore, Luo Tianyu was not suspicious. Why are these people all looking at themselves? When Luo Tianyu walked into an alley, something even stranger happened. Dozens of people stood on both sides of the alley. There are people smoking, chatting, playing with their cell phones, and doing all kinds of things. They would look up at him from time to time. It made his hair stand on end and he shivered all over. In Luo Tianyu's eyes, the 200-meter alley at this moment was just like the 1,000-meter physical training during his school days, which was extremely painful. Just as Luo Tianyu was about to walk out of the street, a voice directly brought Luo Tianyu to the bottom of the valley. Is it easy to get money from the rockets? Hearing these words, Luo Tianyu felt as if he had fallen into an ice cellar. Luo Tianyu looked in the direction of the sound. I saw the people who had just stood on both sides of the alley slowly surrounding me. These people are none other than Zhang Shuiwei and others. After getting Sabrina's order, after they returned to Shuangyang City, they began their plan to intercept Luo Tianyu. Luo Tianyu tried to run away, but the exit had already been blocked. Where can he run to? Don't come over here. Don't come over here. Luo Tianyu shrank against a wall and waved his hands, trying to stop these people. But how could Zhang Shuiwei and others listen to him? Soon Luo Tianyu was surrounded by people. Snap, snap, snap. You took the money from the rockets, why don't you go to the training camp? Zhang Shuiwei pinched Luo Tianyu's chin, patted him lightly on the face a few times and asked. Everyone went there, but you took the money and ran away. Fortunately, Boss Giovanni did not pursue the matter. I was wrong, brother, I was wrong. Give me another chance. I will definitely go. Luo Tianyu begged Zhang Shuiwei. He didn't expect that the rockets would actually come after him. Go. It's too late. Our Team Rocket stuff isn't so easy to get. I'm not afraid to tell you that all the surrounding cameras have been destroyed. Zhang Shuiwei smiled slightly, but this kind of smile is like a devil in Luo Tianyu's eyes. Destroyed all the surrounding cameras. What does this mean? You're not going to kill yourself, are you? This time Luo Tianyu was really scared. Death condensed in Luo Tianyu's heart. Brother, I was wrong. Please give me another chance. I'm going to the training camp. I'm going to the training camp. Money. I have money here, I'll give it all to you. Luo Tianyu hugged Zhang Shuiwei's thigh and cried bitterly. Large handfuls of money were taken out. I just hope Zhang Shuiwei can let him go. Do you think our Rockets team is short of money? Zhang Shuiwei grabbed Luo Tianyu by the collar and said fiercely. Then he pushed him to the ground suddenly and gave everyone a look. Golbat in soaring in the sky began to fly downwards. Ah! A miserable scream rang out in the alley. After a while, the alley was filled with nothing but dust. Open black lens bracket Zhang Shuiwei. Boss, it's done. Close black lens bracket. After dealing with Luo Tianyu, Zhang Shuiwei sent a message to Chen Feng. Giovanni. Is it clean? Open black lens bracket Zhang Shuiwei. Not even a drop of dust is left. Close black lens bracket. Zhang Shuiwei replied as he looked at the ashes on the ground that were beginning to drift away in the wind. Let Golbat kill Luo Tianyu, and then let Yabble Dragon burn the body. Under the high temperature of the duck-billed fire dragon, Luo Tianyu's body was burned into ashes in a moment. If there is another gust of wind, there won't be even any ashes left. If he had no family, the world wouldn't even notice that someone was missing. Open black lens bracket Giovanni. Very good, you should have a good rest during this period, Sabrina will arrange new work for you. Close black lens bracket. Chen Feng replied. Open black lens bracket Zhang Shuiwei. Yes, Sir Giovanni. Close black lens bracket. After saying this, Zhang Shuiwei ended this simple call. Looking at the handful of dust on the ground, they knew that they were all grasshoppers in the same boat. No one can escape. I believe everyone knows the strength of the rockets. We are all originally at the bottom of society. It was the rockets that gave us 680 new hope. But there are always some people who treat Giovanni as a fool. This is what happens when you cheat on Team Rocket. Zhang Shuiwei pointed to a handful of ash on the ground and warned everyone. This is a road of no return. Once you join, there is no turning back. Before joining, I had already made it very clear to them. You want the rockets things, but you don't want to serve the rockets. I'm sorry then. A pinch of dust on the ground is your fate. I'm not quitting. Zhang Tianyu was the first to express his opinion. The Rockets have shown their strength. This is an organization worthy of one's allegiance. Me too, if it weren't for Team Rocket, I would still be a delivery man. Ha ha ha, me too. It was the Rockets that changed my life. This fatty Luo really doesn't know what he's missing out on. I believe the Rockets will get better and better, and our lives will get better and better. We are Team Rocket, traveling across the galaxy. After Zhang Tianyu expressed his opinion, others began to express their views one after another. The Rockets have delivered on everything they promised. Now it's their turn to play for the Rockets. Chapter 93, Treatment of Special Enrollment Students. Dear passengers, the flight from Shuangyang City to Yanjing Imperial Capital has arrived. Please take your luggage and Pokémon and get off the plane in an orderly manner. Hello, dear passengers. The plane's broadcast began to sound. Finally, Chen Feng put down the book in his hand, packed his luggage and slowly stood up. After nearly 4 hours of flying, he finally arrived at the imperial capital of Yanjing from Shuangyang City. If it were in the old world, it would take at most 2 hours to get there. But this world is 2 to 3 times larger than the original world. September is the start of the school year for students. The passengers on this flight were almost all students heading to the imperial capital of Yanjing to study. Little brother, which school are you from? Would you like to share a car? As soon as Chen Feng left the airport, a young lady came over and invited him to share a ride with her. Sorry, I'm busy. Chen Feng declined politely, then took out his cell phone and called Ji Yin. Hey, Teacher Ji Yu, I'm already at the airport. Before coming, Ji Yin told him that he would send someone to pick him up when he arrived. This is the treatment for special admission students. Not only are their airfares reimbursed, but they are also provided with cars to pick them up and drop them off. Chen Feng just needs people to come. Everything has been arranged at school, so Chen Feng doesn't need to worry about anything. Chen Feng, this way, this way. Seeing Chen Feng's figure, Ji Yin waved his hands excitedly at Chen Feng. Teacher Ji Yu, why did you come here in person? Chen Feng looked at Ji Yin with a little surprise and asked. He didn't expect that Ji Yin would come in person. I don't feel comfortable with other people coming. Let's go back to school now. Ji Yin took Chen Feng's suitcase and put it in the trunk, then asked Chen Feng to get in the car. How is it? Our imperial capital is pretty good, right? Ji Yin was driving while chatting with Chen Feng about family matters. I made a huge profit by recruiting Chen Feng. During this period of time, he has been paying attention to Chen Feng's situation. At present, Chen Feng's strength is already comparable to that of a senior trainer. It is easy to win various championships by participating in the competition. It's really good, the trainer's aura is very strong. Chen Feng answered while looking at the scenery outside the window. Unlike the Magic City, the trainers in the Magic City are all concentrated in the battle tower. Yanjing is scattered along the streets. Training grounds can be found everywhere on the street. Of course, Alliance's headquarters is here. Speaking of this, Ji Yin couldn't help but feel proud. The East China War Zone is also one of the war zones in the Yanwang region. But the East China Theater is different from other theaters. The reason for this is that the Pokémon Alliance's headquarters is located here. The atmosphere among the trainers here is no worse than that in Shanghai. It didn't take long before the two finally arrived at their destination, Imperial Capital University. Chen Feng, here are the keys to this villa and the library card. In front of a villa at Imperial Capital University, Ji Yin handed a key and a card to Chen Feng. Thank you for your help, Teacher Ji Yu. Chen Feng took the key and library card and expressed his gratitude to Yin. When other new students arrive, they still need to line up to register. Stay in a quad room. But Chen Feng doesn't need it at all. All these ancient seals were prepared for him. And they live in a classroom apartment, a small single villa. There is a world of difference from others. This is the preferential treatment for special admission students. Here Chen Feng enjoyed the ultimate service. Nothing is too much trouble. These are just my duties. Ji Yin waved his hand and refused. Where is Chen Feng's talent? If nothing unexpected happens, I will definitely reach the top of elite. It is also very likely that he will become a champion in the future. There is no harm in pleasing him. By the way, Chen Feng, didn't we promise you 2 rare Pokémon and 2 Pokémon treasures? What Pokémon and treasures do you want? I'll report it to the higher-ups and ask them to prepare them. Ji Yin continued to ask Chen Feng. Previously, They promised to give Chen Feng 2 rare Pokemon, 2 sets of evolution stones, and 2 Pokemon treasures. The evolution stone is ready at their school. He wanted to know what Pokemon and Pokemon treasures Chen Feng wanted, so that the school can prepare in advance. For Pokemon treasures, I want a mystic water and a black glasses. Chen Feng thought for a moment and replied. When a Pokemon carries mystic water, the power of its water-type special moves will be increased by 20%. Just right for Melodic to use. Black glasses can increase the power of dark-type moves by 20%. Chen Feng intends to give it to Zoroark. Mystic water and black glasses. I've made a note of that. Where are the Pokemon? What do you need? Ji Yuyin murmured and recorded the Pokemon treasure that Chen Feng needed. At the same time, he asked Chen Feng what Pokemon he needed. What Pokemon do you have? Chen Feng asked curiously, wanting to know what Pokemon they had. Except for quasi-gods, our Imperial University can basically provide them all. Ji Yuyin said with great confidence. As the number 1 high school in the Yanwang region, of course they can come up with some quasi-god Pokemon. But it's not necessary. Quasi-god Pokemon are given to students or teachers who have made great contributions to their schools. Although Chen Feng is quite powerful, he has not yet qualified as a quasi-god Pokemon. Then I want a Mew and a Ho-Oh. Chen Feng joked. Ha ha ha, Chen Feng, you are so humorous. These 2 are legendary Pokemon. Not only us, I'm afraid even the Pokemon Alliance can't provide them. Ji Yuyin laughed. Of course he knew that Chen Feng was joking with him. I want an Olilu and a Ralts. Chen Feng thought for a moment and replied. These 2 Pokemon are the Pokemon he wants most. Ollie can evolve into Lucario, a tough plus fighting type. Ralts can evolve into Psychic plus Fairy Gardevoir or Gallade. However, Chen Feng will definitely evolve Ralts into Gardevoir. Gallade's attribute is somewhat conflicting with Lucario's. The evolution to Gallade is a bit of a waste. Most importantly, both Pokemon can undergo Mega Evolution. You're really good at picking. These 2 Pokemon are not easy to deal with. Ji Yuyin smiled bitterly. The rarity of these 2 Pokemon is no less than that of quasi-god Pokemon. Especially Lucario. Its rarity even exceeds that of some quasi-god Pokemon. This Chen Feng has a really sharp eye. As teacher Ji Yu himself said, everything except quasi-god Pokemon can be provided. Chen Feng spread his hands, looking innocent. You said it yourself, it has nothing to do with me. Forget it, your talent is worthy of these 2 Pokemon. Ji Yuyin shook his head helplessly. If other people were to enroll students specially, he would definitely regret it. But Chen Feng won't. His strength is there, and it is worth the investment from the Imperial Capital University. No, other special admissions students don't have the same treatment as him. Chen Feng, you should have a good rest first. I'll report what you need to the leader. Teacher, go slow. After saying goodbye to Ji Yuyin. Only then did Chen Feng open the door of the villa and walked in with his suitcase. Although the villa is not as luxurious as Lu Shuyin's villa, but it was much better than his little nest on Don Street. The duplex 2nd floor gives him enough space to raise Pokemon. Meow. At this moment, Persian couldn't wait to run out of the Poké Ball. He shouted while lying on the soft sofa. Meow, this is where this cat should be. Chen Feng shook his head helplessly. Of all the Pokemon, this Persian is the most enjoyable. He had just moved into a comfortable place and he couldn't wait to jump out. To attract wealth, don't let others see it. Chen Feng reminded Persian. Persian is the Pokemon he uses as the boss of Team Rocket. If any member of Team Rocket saw this, they would inevitably guess that he was related to Shiroki. Meow, meow, no, okay, don't worry, boss. Persian stretched out his paw lazily to reassure Chen Feng. Melodic, Beedrill, Zoroark, all of you come out too. Then Chen Feng took out the Poké Balls of Melodic, Beedrill, and Zoroark. Release them. Beautiful. Buzz, Zolo, Zoro. 3 Pokemon appeared in front of Chen Feng. As for the 3 heavyweight Pokemon, Nidoking, Nidoqueen, and Banguilas, Chen Feng is not going to release him. It's released and can't be hidden at all. Melodic, Zoroark, Beedrill, each of you pick a room. Chen Feng said to the 3 Pokemon. There were no conditions before, but it is different now. If you don't go out, there is no need to stay in the Poké Ball store. Beautiful. Solo. Buzz. The 3 Pokemon looked around the villa curiously. Then I excitedly went to find the room I liked. Chen Feng's eyes were on the library card in his hand. This is the reason why I came to Imperial Capital University. Now I have finally achieved it. P.S. I took my father-in-law to the hospital today and didn't come back until after 9 o'clock. Sorry for the late update. Chapter 94. Meeting Li Mengxue again. Library. Where exactly is the library? After packing his suitcase, Chen Feng took his library card and looked for the library impatiently. But Chen Feng suddenly discovered something. Ji Yuyin took care of everything for him. The only thing he didn't get was a campus tour map. Imperial University is so big, where can he find a library? Classmate, can you lend me the guide map in your hand? Chen Feng asked while patting the back of a girl with long hair who was pulling a suitcase. The girl turned her head slowly. A familiar face came into Chen Feng's eyes. Li Mengxue, why are you here? Chen Feng looked at the girl in front of him with some surprise. This person was none other than the school belle of their school. Li Fei's daughter, Li Mengxue. You are the first in the school, and I am the second. You are the first in the province, and I am the eighth in the province. Are you surprised to be here? Li Mengxue looked at Chen Feng as if he was a fool. Well, that's true. Chen Feng scratched his head awkwardly. Imperial Capital University is the top university in the country. It is not surprising that Li Mengxue appears here with her achievements. Well, since we are alumni of the same school, can you lend me your guide map? Chen Feng pointed at the navigation map in Li Mengxue's hand and asked. This one, I need more. Li Mengxue refused. She was not treated as well as Chen Feng. We provide pickup and drop-off services, and everything is taken care of. Let's use it together. Let's use it together. I can just find a library. Chen Feng displayed his shameless spirit and infested Li Mengxue. Okay, fight me. If you beat me, I'll give this to you. Li Mengxue replied calmly. Ever since she lost to Chen Feng, she could only see the gap between herself and Chen Feng through the internet. This time, she will face Chen Feng directly. Experience for yourself the gap between yourself and him. That's what you said. Chen Feng agreed without hesitation. He would not refuse to fight. Then I'll put my luggage back in the dormitory first. Hearing Chen Feng agree, Li Mengxue instantly gained motivation and walked towards her dormitory with her suitcase. 943 I'll help you. Chen Feng took the initiative to help Li Mengxue pull the suitcase and follow behind him. The quality of the junior sisters this year is so high. What are you thinking about? I already have a boyfriend. Chen Feng and Li Mengxue got together and attracted the attention of many students. Did you come here by yourself? Seeing that Li Mengxue was alone, Chen Feng asked Ji Mengxue. Well, my dad was too busy at the gym to leave, and my mom happened to be out on a business trip again. Li Mengxue nodded. Your father is a very strong trainer, especially his Charizard, who can actually activate the fierce fire ability stably. In the battle with Li Fei, what Chen Feng was most impressed by was Li Fei's Charizard. 100% chance to trigger the fire ability. With the help of fierce fire, the range of heat wave was maximized and Beedrill was defeated. Well, he's great, but he thinks very highly of you. Li Mengxue looked at Chen Feng and said. His father said Chen Feng was the most talented trainer he had ever seen. Under his halo, the genius of other arms was suppressed and dim. Okay, I'm here. As they walked and talked, they unknowingly arrived at the dormitory building where Li Mengxue was. Downstairs in the dormitory, many boys were helping their girlfriends carry their luggage upstairs. Girls who don't have boyfriends can only release their own Pokémon to help themselves. Even more pitiful are those girls who don't have boyfriends and whose Pokémon isn't of the strength type, so they can only carry their suitcases upstairs by themselves. Come on, Charmeleon. As the Poké Ball flashed red, a deep orange dinosaur Pokémon appeared next to Li Mengxue. Level 30. Li Mengxue has been working very hard during this period. Looking at Charmeleon's message, Chen Feng thought to himself. It seems that he is not the only one working hard during this period. Shalwa, help me carry my luggage upstairs. Li Mengxue stroked the bump on Charmeleon's head and said to Charmeleon. Fire Dragon, Fire Dragon. Charmeleon showed off his biceps, then took the suitcase from Chen Feng and held it high above his head. I'll go up first, wait for me. Li Mengxue turned and said to Chen Feng, leaving Chen Feng alone waiting for her downstairs. Dormitory 301, this is it. Li Mengxue looked up at the sign on the door and muttered. The sound of laughter coming from inside the room can be clearly heard. It was obvious that someone had arrived. Ha ha ha, Have you heard that the school actually specially recruited someone from a 4th-tier small city this year? I've heard of it, too. It seems to be called Shuangyang City. It's a city I've never heard of, and I don't know what the school thinks. It is said that they offered very generous conditions to snatch the position from Jinjiang University. This has caused dissatisfaction among the senior students in our school. Everyone who can come to our school is a genius. Click. As the door opened, a face that would make all the girls jealous appeared in the eyes of the other 3 people in dormitory 301. The discussion stopped abruptly. Li Mengxue heard all of their discussions. Li Mengxue ignored these people and walked straight towards her bed number. Place your suitcase next to the bed. He didn't even bother to clean up and just opened the door and walked out. Before leaving, she did not forget to tell her 3 roommates, if you have a chance to fight Chen Feng, you won't say such things after the fight. Then he closed the door and walked out, leaving behind 3 roommates who were still not able to react. If you have never fought against Chen Feng, you will never understand the feeling of oppression from your peers. You're very popular with the girls. Li Mengxue had just walked out of the dormitory building when she saw several girls chatting up Chen Feng and asking for his contact information. You too. Chen Feng gave Li Mengxue a blank look. When she was in high school, many boys confessed their love to Li Mengxue, and she received countless love letters. I believe that now in college, a school where dating is allowed, Li Mengxue is definitely no less popular than she was in high school. Let's go, there's a training ground near the dormitory. Li Mengxue took out the guide map and started to check it. There happened to be several training grounds near their girls' dormitory, available for students to compete against each other. The 2 of them arrived at the battle site together. It is the beginning of the school year and the kitchen staff are busy. Some of the old students haven't come back yet. Therefore, no one is using the battlefield now. Chen Feng and Li Mengxue randomly picked a battlefield. The 2 men stood at opposite ends of the battlefield. How do we compete? What is this 1v1? Chen Feng asked Li Mengxue. Let's do 1v1. Li Mengxue thought for a moment and replied. Okay, then this is the Pokemon I'm using. Chen Feng took out a Poké Ball and released it. The Poké Ball flashed red. A Beedrill appeared at the competition venue. Pokemon Zoroark Beedrill form. Level 33. Ability Illusion Transform and mimic the transform Pokemon's ability. Deadly Bee Sting exclusive temporary. After appearing, the first attack damage is 1.5 times, the second attack damage is 1.4 times, the third attack damage is 1.3 times, and the fourth and subsequent attacks are 1.2 times. Bug Premonition temporary, when the physical value does not exceed 1. 3. The power of bug-type moves increases by 1.5 times. Gender. Female. Moves. Grab, Leer, U-turn, Hone Claws, Pursuit, Surprise Attack, Scary Face, Taunt, Foul Play, Night Slash, Dark Pulse. Is that Beedrill? That's just what I want. Come out, Shalwa. Li Mengxue released Charmeleon again. Fire Dragon, Fire Dragon. Charmeleon sprayed a stream of fire into the air, staring at Beedrill with a strong fighting spirit. It was this Beedrill that made him lose without any chance of fighting back. I attacked first. Charmeleon, let him see the results of our special training. Flame Throw. Li Mengxue took the lead in commanding Charmeleon to attack. Following Li Mengxue's command, a stream of scorching flames shot out from Charmeleon's mouth rapidly towards Beedrill. What a fast speed. Chen Feng couldn't help but sigh. It's not that Charmeleon is fast, but his flamethrower is fast. There was absolutely no way Zoroark could dodge this speed. Zoroark, use Dark Pulse. Zoro transformed into Beedrill, and his twin guns condensed a black energy ball, which he fired at the flames. Boom! An explosion sounded in the competition venue. Not Beedrill. Hearing Chen Feng's command, Ji Shui was slightly stunned. He didn't expect that the Pokemon in front of him was actually Zoroark's transformed Pokemon. Yes, this is my Zoroark. Chen Feng nodded in confirmation. Go and have a look, there are people competing. The sound of the explosion just now instantly attracted a lot of students to come and watch. So handsome, so beautiful. Are these the new students? Why haven't I seen them before? Charmeleon is level 32, Beedrill is level 33. Are the new students this year so strong? Most Pokemon are above level 30. Zoroark's transmogrification can even mimic the opponent's ability. Not to mention cheating against a battle watch. In the eyes of the onlookers, the one fighting against Charmeleon was a Beedrill. Hannah, use fire spin. Seeing that the other party was not Beedrill, Li Mengxue directed Charmeleon to change its attack. A vortex of flames suddenly rose from under Zoroark's feet and surrounded Zoroark. Beedrill should be unable to fight now. Even if we don't lose our combat effectiveness, it's almost the same. Almost. Fire type restrains bug type. At the same level, bug type will almost lose combat effectiveness if hit by a fire type trick. The people watching around were talking about it. Just when they thought Beedrill had lost his fighting ability, a voice made all of them unable to react. Zoroark rushes out and uses Night Slash. As soon as he finished speaking, a black figure rushed out from the flames. Waving its sharp claws, it attacked Charmeleon. Oh my god, it's not Beedrill, it's Zoroark's Beedrill. He deceived all of us. As expected of Zoroark, the overlord of illusions, he even managed to deceive the battle watch. Zoroark's figure is seen. Everyone was shocked. The one fighting Charmeleon was not Beedrill, but Zoroark. Be careful Shalwa, use steel claws to block. Li Mengxue quickly ordered Charmeleon to resist. Fire Dragon, Fire Dragon. Charmeleon's sharp claws took on a metallic color as he charged forward to meet Zoroark. Bang, bang. Zoroark and Charmeleon began to fight in close combat. But Zoroark's Night Slash uses the gap after rivals attack to attack. There were definitely more attacks hitting Charmeleon than hitting Zoroark. Charmeleon gradually fell into a disadvantage. A head-on confrontation with Charmeleon is totally not rival. It might be better if Charizard evolves to have an extra flying type. There's nothing we can do. Zoroark's moves are too dominant. Fire Dragon. At this moment, the flame on Charmeleon's tail suddenly burned violently. Fierce, it's the Fierce Fire ability. Charmeleon activated the Fire ability. There's still a chance for things to turn around. Shalwa, don't lose to him, use Fire Fang. Li Mengxue continued to cheer Charmeleon on and pointed at Charmeleon to attack. Fire Dragon. Charmeleon bit down hard on Zoroark's arm with flaming teeth. Zoroark cried out in pain. Hold on Zoroark, use Foul Play. Foul Play, use rival's attack to attack the opponent. The higher the opponent's attack, the more powerful the move will be. The damage of Charmeleon's Fire Fang is returned to Charmeleon by Zoroark through Foul Play. Fire Dragon. Charmeleon's eyes turned into mosquito coils and he lost his fighting ability. Ding, your Zoroark defeated the level 32 Charmeleon and gained 2,345 experience points. Ding, you have gained a combat value of 80. Your current combat value is 14,900 points. Thinking of the system's voice announcing the result of this competition. That's amazing. He actually used Foul Play to return the damage to Charmeleon. Yeah, this year's freshmen are so abnormal, I don't think I can defeat them. That girl is also very good, but I don't know if she has a boyfriend. I lost. This is for you. Li Mengxue took back Charmeleon and admitted defeat openly. Give the guide map issued by the school to Chen Feng. Through this battle, Li Mengxue gained a deeper understanding of the gap between herself and Chen Feng. Chapter 95. Mew's Clue. Can you finish reading so many books? Li Mengxue asked curiously as she looked at the books in front of Chen Feng, which were piled higher than a mountain. After fighting with Chen Feng, Li Mengxue was idle and had nothing to do. So I followed Chen Feng to the library to read. She also likes reading books in the quiet environment of the library. There is no library like the Imperial Capital University Library in their Shuangyang city. I've finished reading it, Chen Feng answered without looking up and continued to read the contents of the book. His library card is different from others and has higher permissions. If he can't finish reading these books today, he can take them back to the dormitory and read them. Seeing Chen Feng reading seriously, Fei Shui couldn't help but become fascinated. This was the first time she went to the library with a boy. There is an indescribable sense of wonder in this feeling. Li Mengxue closed the book, held her chin with one hand, and looked at Chen Feng quietly for a few minutes. Only then did he open the book again and continue reading. Not this one. There is no such book either. Chen Feng flipped through the books that recorded the ancient legendary Pokémon. But unfortunately, no useful information was found for him. He can find a lot of the above information on the internet. It was of no real use to him. Call. Chen Feng let out a long sigh. After reading for such a long time, my eyes are a little sore. What's wrong? Seeing that Chen Feng seemed to be a little worried, Ji asked with concern. It's okay, I'm just a little tired, let's go back. Chen Feng looked at the weather outside and suggested. It's already past 6 in the evening, the sun has set, and it will be dark soon. I couldn't find it today, so I had to take some books back to the dormitory and continue looking. Li Mengxue replied softly. After the two said goodbye, Chen Feng returned to the dormitory and continued to read the books he borrowed from the library. Mewtwo's plan must not be delayed any longer. He must find clues about Mew as soon as possible. No, the next day. Still nothing on the third day. For 3 consecutive days, Chen Feng didn't find anything. I was so confused while reading the book. I have lost a lot of weight. Are you looking for something? Li Mengxue on the side asked curiously. School hasn't started yet these 2 days, and she's unfamiliar with the place, so she goes to the library with Chen Feng every day. After all, Chen Feng is also an alumnus of her alma mater. The two of them had met before, so it wasn't so awkward when they were chatting. Well, I'm looking for clues about Mew. Chen Feng closed his eyes, rubbed his temple and replied. The books he read these 2 days made him feel dizzy. As soon as I close my eyes, I see densely packed words. Mew. Does this Pokemon exist? Li Mengxue asked in surprise. Unexpectedly, Chen Feng was actually looking for Mew, a creature that even Pokemon researchers were unsure of whether or not it existed. It is precisely because we don't know whether it exists that we have to look for it. Chen Feng explained. I don't think you'll find it from here. These books are all printed copies. If they could be found, Mew would have been discovered long ago. You should go find some rare copies. Li Mengxue thought for a moment and replied. She also wanted to help Chen Feng find Mew, but she didn't know Mew's characteristics. I don't know what clues Chen Feng needs. Yes, a unique copy. After hearing Li Mengxue's reminder, Chen Feng suddenly realized and his eyes lit up instantly. I fell into a misunderstanding, thinking that the books at Imperial Capital University would be different from those outside. But these printed Giovanni books are no different from those outside. Think about this clearly. Chen Feng quickly ran towards another room. You can look at it, but you can't damage the books, and you can't take them away. The librarian looked at the library card in his hand and nodded in agreement. His library card allows him to read the books here. Don't worry, I promise I won't damage the books here. Chen Feng assured the administrator. The books here are all unique copies and have certain historical value. If it's damaged, you won't be able to find a second one. Come in. With permission from management, Chen Feng hurried in to check the information. The books here are not available to anyone who wants to read them, so few people come here. But the books were spotless, without a speck of dust. You can tell at a glance that someone cleans it regularly. Chen Feng picked up a yellowed book and started looking through it. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Another 3 days passed. Chen Feng finally found clues about Mew in a book called Li Mingming's Travels. The contents of this book are all handwritten. The pages of the book have turned yellow, and there are even many damaged and blurred areas. You can tell at first glance that it's quite old. According to the librarian's introduction, this book is Li Mingming's record of his own personal experiences. It's just that no one believes these contents. The book records what Li Mingming saw and heard during his trip to Trackless Forest in Shenangjia. One of the articles caught Chen Feng's attention. The book says that he saw an extremely huge tree in a valley in Shenangjia. The trunk alone is so huge that I have no idea how big it is. The treetops block out the sun and stretch as far as the eye can see. Many Pokemon live in the tree trunk, including some extinct fossil Pokemon. Going deeper, you will encounter the guardian of the giant tree. 5 Pokemon he had never seen before. So I didn't go any deeper. At that time, Yanhuang Alliance had not yet been established. Li Mingming told the outside world what he saw and heard. But no one outside was willing to believe it. What he said was truly horrifying. How is it possible to have a huge tree with an unknown width? 0. But Li Mingming insisted that he did not lie. He had led people to look for it several times, but unfortunately, he never found it. People were also buried in the trackless forest of Shenangjia. Later, after the Yanhuang Alliance was established, according to folk legend, the alliance also sent people to look for it. But unfortunately, apart from finding Li Mingming's body, nothing else was discovered. This book, Li Mingming's Travels, was also found by Pokemon Alliance from Li Mingming's body. The matter was left unresolved. Later, this book ended up in the library of Imperial Capital University. A gigantic tree of unknown size. Ancient fossil Pokémon. Mysterious guardian. Chen Feng closed the book and sorted out the clues in his mind. He was sure that Li Mingming was not lying. That giant tree is the world tree where Mew lives. Only the world tree meets all the conditions in Li Mingming's book. It looks like you found what you were looking for. The administrator looked at the Li Mingming travel notes in Chen Feng's hand, fell into deep thought, and knew that the content Chen Feng was looking for was in this book. Those who come here to read books are basically looking for something. Some people found it, some people didn't. Chen Feng is lucky. He found what he was looking for. Thank you very much, old sir. Sorry for interrupting me during this time. Chen Feng smiled slightly and put the book back on the bookshelf. The thing has been found. There was no need for him to stay any longer. After leaving the library, Chen Feng called Sabrina. Prepare to tell Sabrina the news about Mew. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 96. Goal, Shenangjia. What are you doing? Substitute, I have told you so many times, your current identity is the Qingyan sect, and you are the evil villain who wants to capture the 3 sacred birds. You have to put yourself into this role and show me the evil aura, not the temperament of a gangster. What about the pattern? Open the pattern for me. If it doesn't work, think about my previous temperament. On a small island in the Yanhuang region, Sabrina was holding a loudspeaker and yelling at the rocket team members. There is no trace of the goddess image she had before. After several days of training, they disguised themselves as a film crew and started filming. But these people's acting skills are really eye-catching. But we can't blame them, because except Sabrina, they are all amateurs and don't have any acting skills. Dadu. Just then, Sabrina's cell phone suddenly rang. When Sabrina saw that it was Chen Feng calling, she immediately stopped the crew and started answering Chen Feng's call. Sabrina, we found the clue to Mew. In trackless forest in Shenangjia, there is a world tree, and Meng, 880, Huan lives on the world tree. Chen Feng told Sabrina the clues he found about Mew over the phone. The world tree and Mew are one and the same. If there is a world tree, there must be Mew. Real. Very good. Sabrina seemed a little surprised when she heard Chen Feng's words. Mew finally has a clue. Well, in addition to Mew, there are a lot of super ancient fossil Pokémon living in the world tree. Bring more Poké Balls and bring back as many as possible. Chen Feng continued to make arrangements for Sabrina. There is no fossil resurrection machine in this world that has been developed yet, and super ancient fossil Pokémon are extremely rare. Even if they don't use it, they can still sell it for a high price. Don't worry, I know what to do. Sabrina replied. The target this time is trackless forest, where there will definitely be a large number of wild Pokémon living. Even without Chen Feng telling her, she would have people prepare a large number of Poké Balls. Well, the world tree is guarded by 5 mysterious Pokémon, they should be the 5 pillars. Be careful on the road, and if you encounter anything, protect your own safety first. Before hanging up the phone, Chen Feng gave Na instructions again. In Zhang Mingming's notes, he mentioned that he encountered 5 Pokémon he had never seen before, guarding the giant tree. Therefore, Chen Feng guessed that the 5 Pokémon that Zhang Mingming encountered should be the 5 pillars. This trip would be somewhat dangerous. If Sabrina died there, he would have no place to cry. Don't worry, it's not that easy to keep me. Hearing Chen Feng's concern, my heart felt warmed. With psychic she can teleport at any time. The hope of survival will be greater than any of them. Neither Mew nor the 5 pillars were considered powerful enough to pose any threat to her. Call it a day, there's work to do. Call back all the members who are not in the crew and have them gather at Shenangjia. After hanging up the phone, Sabrina hurriedly told everyone to finish their work and prepare to go to Shenangjia trackless forest to look for the world tree. No matter how big the matter is now, it is not as important as Mew. Yes, Lady Sabrina. All the members of Team Rocket echoed and quickly packed up to go to Shenangjia. It's so boring. I miss the days in Team Rocket. On the other side, in the cafeteria of an ordinary university in Anhui Province. Zhang Tianyu, Cao Rufeng and Logan were lying on the table in the cafeteria, bored. The 3 of them did not participate in the filming because they had to go to school. Yeah, I really want to film with Lady Sabrina. Logan also echoed. Before coming to university, I was full of curiosity about everything about it. But now that I'm in college, it feels just like that. The study atmosphere is worse than that of high school. Even he found it boring. It's not as fun as being on the rockets. Why call me Lady Sabrina? Call me Goddess Sabrina. Zhang Tianyu patted Logan's head and said dissatisfiedly. In his eyes, Sabrina is like a goddess. No one can compare to him. It's Goddess Sabrina. Logan responded quickly. He is the weakest among the three. Be a good younger brother to Cao Rufeng and Zhang Tianyu. Lady Sabrina has ordered that everyone must arrive at Shenangjia before September 12th. Just then a message appeared on their phones. There is a mission. There's a mission. Seeing the message from Zhang Shuiwei, Cao Rufeng excitedly reminded Yu and Logan. Mew, our target this time must be Mew. After checking his phone, Zhang Tianyu said excitedly. Sabrina had said before that one of their goals was to find Mew. But after their training camp ended, Lady Sabrina never mentioned Mew again. This time they were summoned to Shenangjia definitely because of Mew. Shenangjia, there's no one there. Logan hesitated. Shenangjia is much more dangerous than Lostlorn Forest. What are you afraid of? Goddess Sabrina is here. What are you afraid of? Zhang Tianyu patted Logan on the back of his head angrily. Don't forget how Luo Tianyu died. Zhang Tianyu reminded Logan. Hearing Zhang Tianyu's reminder, Logan shuddered all over. Go, can't I go? Legendary Pokémon are exciting to think about. Knowing that he couldn't escape, Logan simply changed his mindset. The thought of finding a Pokémon that was thought to not exist is exciting enough. Oh, if my dad knew I didn't go to school, he would definitely break my legs. Cao Rufeng sighed, but he does not regret making the decision. It would be better to stay in the Rockets than to stay in school to improve my strength faster. The Rockets have an elite level trainer, coaching. Does the school have it? In their school, it is good enough to have a teacher who is an elite trainer. The Rockets can definitely bring them more than their school. So after receiving the order, the three of them went back to the dormitory without thinking, packed their luggage, and prepared to go to Shenangjia to meet Sabrina and the others. You look relaxed. Have you found any clues about Mew? After coming out of the library, Li Mengxue noticed that the sad look on Chen Feng's face had disappeared. Instead, there was a look of relaxation and joy. Obviously found what he wanted. Well, I found clues about Mew in a book called Zhang Mingming's Travel Notes. Chen Feng smiled slightly and walked shoulder to shoulder with Ji Mengxue. After more than 3 months in this world, I finally found clues about Mew. A stone in Chen Feng's heart suddenly fell. I felt a lot more relaxed. As long as Mewtwo is created, the Blue Flame Sect and the Pokémon Alliance can be easily controlled. Zhang Mingming's travels. I seem to have heard from my grandmother that Zhang Mingming saw an extremely huge tree in Shenangjia, and later the Pokémon Alliance went to look for it, but in the end found nothing. After hearing Chen Feng's words, Li Mengxue recalled and said. Because it happened too long ago. If she hadn't heard this story from her grandmother, she wouldn't have known it. Well, the fruit tree, world tree, and Mew are one body. Mew lives in that tree. Chen Feng explained to Li Mengxue. Are you saying that what Zhang Mingming said is true? Does that giant tree and Mew really exist? Li Mengxue was slightly stunned and didn't react for a while. World tree. As one with Mew. Listening to Chen Feng's logical talk, Li Mengxue felt that Chen Feng 0.1 did not seem to be lying. Yes, they all exist in this world. Thanks to you, otherwise I would still be hanging out in the library. Chen Feng sighed. I didn't expect that there is a world tree in this world. It's nothing, as long as you can find it. See Chen Feng successfully find clues about Mew. For some reason, her mood also became cheerful. Come on, I'll treat you to a meal as a thank you gift. Chen Feng suddenly suggested. I have been in the capital for almost a week, and I eat in the cafeteria with Li Mengxue every day. Now that we have found the clue to Mew, shouldn't Jubilife celebrate? Ah, just the two of us. Li Mengxue was stunned for a moment and said. She has never gone out alone with a boy. Well, just the two of us. If you want to bring your roommates, you can. Chen Feng thought about it and added. No, just the two of us. Thinking of her roommate, Li Mengxue frowned and replied. Obviously don't want to mention them. Chapter 97. I really didn't drug you. How's this hot pot? I saw on our school's forum that this hot pot was highly recommended, especially their slowpoke tail, which is absolutely amazing. Chen Feng pointed to a hot pot restaurant in front called Slowpoke, and suggested. I can do either. Li Mengxue nodded. She has no dietary restrictions. As long as it is edible and tastes good, she will eat it. The two of them came to this Slowpoke hot pot restaurant, and ordered a set meal for two. Would you like some wine? Rice wine, not too strong. Seeing rice wine on the menu, Chen Feng suggested it. Chen Feng liked to drink this kind of wine in his previous life. It is brewed from glutinous rice. It's not as spicy as white wine, but rather a bit sweet and sour. Just a little bit. Li Mengxue hesitated for a moment before agreeing to Chen Feng's suggestion. Prepare to try the rice wine mentioned by Chen Feng. After a while, a hot pot for 2 and 2 small bottles of rice wine were brought up. Cheers, let's drink to get into Alliance's top high school. Chen Feng took the initiative to pick up the rice wine and invited Li Mengxue to drink with him. In this school, Ji Mengxue was the only person he knew. Xu Wan was not admitted to Imperial Capital University because her score was a little short. But I was admitted to the neighboring Jinjiang University. Cheers. Li Mengxue also took out the rice wine and took a sip from the bottle. Instantly, Li Mengxue's pretty face turned red, as if it was on fire. Then his eyes started to blur. With a click, Li Mengxue fell directly on the table and passed out drunk. Seeing this scene, Chen Feng was stunned. I've heard of people getting drunk just by drinking alcohol, but I've never seen anyone getting drunk just by drinking rice wine. Li Mengxue. Chen Feng tried to shake Li Mengxue's arm. But Li Mengxue didn't react at all. As it turned out, Li Mengxue was really drunk. The store manager, that's him. That's the guy. I just saw this beautiful woman drink a glass of our rice wine and fainted. This guy must have drugged me. Just then, a young waiter and a strong man rushed to Chen Feng and said that Chen Feng had drugged Li Mengxue. Hearing the waiter's words, Dongfeng felt like he was in a state of panic. What is this? Can I say I didn't take any drugs? Chen Feng explained helplessly. She took a sip of your rice wine and got drunk. You guys were the ones who drugged me. Boy, you are in trouble, come with us. If you have anything to say, go to the investigation bureau. The burly boss held Chen Feng's shoulders to prevent him from leaving. What he despised most was the kind of people who relied on a decent face to deceive these ignorant girls. An hour later, the investigation bureau of the imperial capital of Yanjing. The test results are out, based on the test results of all the tableware and beverages used on site. Everything is normal, the girl was just drunk. An investigator stood in front of Chen Feng and the burly boss, holding an inspection report and said. Drunk? How is that possible? They ordered rice wine. The burly boss didn't quite believe what the investigator said. How could one get drunk from rice wine? Although it's a bit unbelievable, it's not impossible. The investigator explained. This is your girlfriend, right? She gets drunk easily, so it's best not to let her drink alone, otherwise something bad could happen. The investigator reminded Chen Feng. With a look like Li Mengxue, if she got drunk, I wonder how many people would miss her. Yes, excuse me, officer. Chen Feng nodded in response. He also didn't expect that Li Mengxue would get drunk easily after drinking. My dear little brother, I'm sorry. I just wronged you. The burly boss scratched his head embarrassedly. I thought the other party had drugged this beautiful woman. Who knew that there would be a big mistake in the end because he got drunk from drinking his own rice wine? It's all right. It's all right. Chen Feng waved his hand to indicate that everything was fine. The other party also had good intentions. After this incident, Chen Feng couldn't even eat well. He could only carry Li Mengxue back to his dormitory. Fortunately, my dormitory is a small single villa. The space is big enough, otherwise he really wouldn't know where to take Li Mengxue. Meow, why is this different from the last time I saw it? Persian came to Li Mengxue curiously. Stretch out a paw and gently touch the east wind. You're the only one who talks too much. Chen Feng glared at Persian, then took Persian back into the Poké Ball. Li Mengxue still doesn't know when she will wake up. It wouldn't be good if she met Persian. Luckily you met me. Otherwise, you won't even know it if someone eats you up. Looking at Li Mengxue's face, Chen Feng shook his head helplessly. In fact, Chen Feng was overthinking it. If it was someone else, not Chen Feng, Li Mengxue would not go out with him. I won't even drink. On the other side, in Shuangyang City, at Li Mengxue's home. Our Vivi has never lived outside alone since she was a child, and I don't know if she is used to living here now. Li Mengxue's father looked worried. Norman's mother is worried about her daughter's travels. Now her daughter is traveling far away. As an old father, he misses her very much. Now that there is suddenly one less person in the family, he is very uncomfortable with it. It should be fine. Children will grow up eventually. Didn't she say before that she had been in the library with Chen Feng for the past 2 days since school hadn't started yet? There shouldn't be any problems with Chen Feng around. Li Mengshui's mother said slowly. Li Mengshui told them when they were talking on the phone before. Here she met Chen Feng, who had been staying in the library all this time. Chen Feng, there shouldn't be any problem if she's here. After hearing what Li Mengshui's mother said, Li Fei finally felt relieved. With Chen Feng's strength, protecting his daughter should not be a problem. No, I'll call my daughter. Li Fei still couldn't let go of his daughter. Pick up the phone and call Li Mengshui. After a moment. How about it? Li Mengshui's mother asked. No one answered. Li Fei replied. Just as Li Fei was about to call Li Mengshui, Chen Feng's QQ phone suddenly called. It's Chen Feng calling. Li Fei showed the phone to his wife, then answered Chen Feng's call. Just now, Chen Feng heard Li Mengshui's cell phone suddenly ringing. It was his father Li Fei who called. Chen Feng wanted to answer the call, but he didn't know Li Mengshui's phone password. There was no other way. Chen Feng had to call Li Fei back himself and explain the situation. Hey, Chen Feng, what's wrong? Li Fei asked curiously, wondering what Chen Feng wanted to talk to him about. Hello, uncle, Li Mengshui is here with me now. She is drunk and can't answer your call. Chen Feng explained hesitantly on the phone. After all, he got the girl drunk. What did you do to my Vivi? Chen Feng, let me tell you, if anything happens to my Vivi, I will not let you go even if I risk my life. When Li Fei heard this, he couldn't sit still anymore. I still trust Chen Feng so much, but he actually got my daughter drunk. He stood up from the sofa and questioned Chen Feng. Uncle, don't get excited. She's drunk and is still resting. Chen Feng explained. He now understands Li Fei's feelings very well. If he had a daughter who got drunk outside, I guess I would have gone to the door with a knife in hand a long time ago. Old Li, what's going on? What happened to Vivi? Li Fei's wife saw her husband getting furious and didn't know what was going on. I've known for a long time that this guy is not a good person. He got our daughter drunk. Li Fei explained to his wife. Are you stupid? Li Fei's wife rolled her eyes at Li Fei and then snatched the phone 567 from Li Fei's hand. Chen Feng really wants to do something to his daughter. Will you call me back? Xiao Chen, I'm Li Mengshui's mother. Your uncle just has a bad temper. Don't take it to heart. Turn on the video and ask your uncle to see if Vivi is okay. Li Fei's wife whispered on the phone. Li Fei wanted to say something, but was glared back by his wife. Hey, it's okay, I'll open the video right away. Chen Feng quickly responded and opened the video. Li Mengshui was seen lying quietly on his bed, covered with a thin quilt. But you can see that the clothes and other things are still there. Chen Feng didn't do anything to her. Okay, seeing that Vivi is fine, we are both relieved. This is the first time that Vivi has left her parents, and we don't have many relatives or friends there. If she encounters any difficulties, please help her. Li Fei's wife instructed Chen Feng. Don't worry, auntie. I won't let anyone hurt Li Mengshui while I'm here. Chen Feng assured Li Fei's wife. I feel relieved with your words. You are all adults now, so I won't say much. Remember to take safety measures. Nothing else, auntie will hang up first. Before Chen Feng had time to react to what was happening, there was a busy tone on the phone and Li Fei's wife had hung up. What is this? Looking at Li Mengshui's face, Chen Feng smiled bitterly. Okay, stop looking unhappy. My daughter will grow up and get married sooner or later. Chen Feng's talent is there. He's also handsome, a perfect match for our Vivi. After hanging up the phone, she looked at her husband as if he wanted to eat her. Li Fei's wife explained to Chen Feng. Alas, Li Fei quietly took out a cigarette, walked to the balcony and smoked it alone. As a daughter-obsessed man, he now has to accept this fact. Sooner or later I will have to face this problem. P.S. I have to go to the hospital today, so the update will be later. Chapter 98. Am I your biological child? Mom, I'm fine. Chen Feng is a very nice person. The next morning, after Li Mengshui came back from the drunken contest condition smelling salts, she immediately called home. My dear girls, you are all adults. I can't control you too much, but you must take safety measures. Li Mengshui's mother was giving instructions to Li Mengshui on the phone. Mom, what are you talking about? We are not in that kind of relationship. As an adult, Li Mengshui naturally knew what her mother meant. When Li Mengxue heard her mother's words, her pretty face suddenly turned red. He secretly glanced at Chen Feng, who was sitting on the sofa playing with his mobile phone. On the phone, her mother actually asked her to pursue Chen Feng. Are you my biological child? Mom, I don't want to tell you anymore. I'm hanging up now. After saying that, Li Mengxue hung up the phone. Mr. Chen Feng, we have arrived at the Shenangjia Park and are currently carrying out preparatory work. Once everything is ready, we will immediately enter the Shenangjia trackless forest. On the other side, Sabrina was contacting Chen Feng via mobile phone. Tell Chen Feng the latest news. They were very efficient. In just one day, basically all members had been transferred to the Shenangjia Park in Hunan province. They began to prepare the materials they needed for their trip to Shenangjia trackless forest. And wait for others. Once the materials are ready, it doesn't matter whether all the people are present or not. They will all enter the Shenangjia trackless forest to look for the world tree. Well, be safe, Chen Feng instructed, then put away his phone and looked at Li Mengxue, who had finished the call. Did you finish the fight? Well, I troubled you yesterday. Li Mengxue nodded apologetically. She herself had never imagined that she, who had never drunk alcohol before, would be easily drunk. It's okay. I shouldn't have let you drink. I've been hungry all day, so I'll eat something. I bought some soy milk and fried dough sticks. Chen Feng pointed at the soy milk and fried dough sticks on the dining table and said. Li Mengxue nodded and did not refuse. She hasn't eaten since last night. I've been hungry for a long time. Come out, little flower, little grass. Li Mengxue took out 2 Poké Balls and released her 2 Pokémon. The Poké Ball flashed red. A Charmeleon and a Vulpix appeared next to the restaurant. They are all fire type. It seems that you want to specialize in fire. Are you going to inherit your uncle's gym? Looking at Li Mengxue's 2 Pokémon, Chen Feng asked. A Charmeleon that I have seen before. There is also a new Pokémon called Vulpix by Li Mengxue. It seems that Li Mengxue, like Shu Wan, wants to specialize in one department and inherit Li Fei's gym. As long as the children of a gym trainer can pass the Pokémon Alliance's assessment, they can inherit the family gym. Some gym trainers do this so that their children can inherit the gym. They will be asked to replace their gym trainers and hone their skills. No, I want to become an elite in the East China region. Li Mengxue answered with a firm gaze towards the direction of the East China war zone. She wanted to surpass her father and become the Fire King of their East China war zone. Elite. Then you have to work harder. Chen Feng encouraged Li Mengxue. Considering the population base of Yanwang region, it is not easy to become an elite. Those who can become Yanwang region elite are all the best in their level. To defeat them, you must not only defeat strong people of the same level, but also surpass the elite in strength. Yeah, I will. Li Mengxue nodded. She also knew how difficult this was, and she knew it in her heart. But these cannot be reasons for her to back down. You all should come out to eat too. Chen Feng shouted towards the room. Buzz. Quote. Beautiful. Solo. As soon as I heard the meal was ready, all 3 of Chen Feng's Pokémon ran out of the room. This made the Persian inside the Poké Ball drool. Delicious food, its favorite. It's a pity that Li Mengxue is here, so it can't come out. Now Persian can only pray that this human leaves quickly and does not delay its delicious meal. Beedrill, level 41, Melodic, level 36. Your Pokémon is at a very high level. Through the Battle Watch, you can check the information of Chen Feng's Pokémon. Li Mengxue was a little shocked. She still remembers the first time she met Chen Feng. Chen Feng's Beedrill is only level 19. Now 3 months have passed, and his Beedrill has grown to level 41. 9 levels higher than his own Charmeleon. What a devilish growth rate this is. The more times you fight, the faster you grow. Chen Feng explained. He possesses the power of Evergreen that no one else has, and can restore the physical strength of his Pokémon at any time to maintain the best contest condition. If the contest conditions are good, the efficiency of the battle will be fast. If someone else has a Pokémon, you can battle up to 10 times a day. Then Chen Feng can fight 20 games, or even 30 games. The gap between them is not normally small. Besides, not everyone can maintain high-intensity combat every day. But apart from searching for information these few days, Chen Feng has not slacked off for a single day. Chen Feng also did not neglect the special training of Pokémon skills. This allowed Chen Feng to possess such strength in a short period of time. Quote. That's true. Li Mengxue was also convinced by Chen Feng's efforts. By the way, your Charmeleon's flame jet is very fast, could it be that you trained it specifically to deal with my Beedrill? Chen Feng suddenly remembered the battle with Li Mengxue a few days ago. Charmeleon uses the flamethrower, which sprays very quickly and is difficult for Pokémon of the same level to dodge. Well, after I lost to you last time, I thought about how to defeat your Beedrill, so I looked up a lot of information about Beedrill. But the result is not like your Beedrill, Mikey. Your Beedrill's speed and attack power are far beyond Li Zhao's ordinary Beedrill. Li Mengxue recalled. It all started after she lost Charmeleon to Chen Feng last time. Charmeleon was originally trained in this move to deal with Chen Feng's Beedrill. Although Beedrill has strong attack and speed, it is still a bug type and is restrained by fire. As long as he could hit Beedrill once, he would definitely inflict heavy damage to Beedrill. But who knew that in the end Chen Feng didn't lose, but instead defeated many other people of the same age. This speed is not enough to defeat Beedrill. Chen Feng shook his head. Beedrill's speed is unmatched in its class. Unless you have a 100% hit rate move. Such as confusion and so on. Humph, I will defeat you sooner or later. Li Mengxue took a big bite of the fried dough stick, as if this was Chen Feng. Li Mengxue's legs were stuffed full of fried dough sticks. It's so cute that Chen Feng wants to pinch it. Chapter 99. Entering Shenangjia Forest, Lock On Mew location. September 12 was the day when Chen Feng officially started school. It is also the day when the Rockets enter the trackless forest in Shenangjia. Sabrina led the Rockets members to gather outside the trackless forest in Shenangjia. The situation outside trackless forest in Shenangjia is similar to that outside Lostlorn Forest. There are many trainers gathered here. There are various Pokémon items for sale. Looking for a team to explore Shenangjia trackless forest. The situation is similar to Lostlorn Forest. But Shenangjia trackless forest is much more dangerous than Lostlorn Forest. Because this is a no man's land. In this trackless forest, there is a mysterious energy covering it. This mysterious power blocks electronic communications equipment. Even Pokémon Alliance doesn't tell the whole story. In addition, Shenangjia trackless forest is the largest trackless forest in central China. Its area is many times larger than Lostlorn Forest. There are all kinds of Pokémon in this life. If you are lucky, you can even see quasi-god Pokémon. Is everyone here? Zhang Shuiwei asked many Rockets members. Wei Zhe, everyone is here. Including you, there are 45 people, not one is missing. One of the Team Rocket members replied. Lady Sabrina, we were supposed to have 45 people, and the actual number of people is 45. All personnel are in place. Seeing this mission, everyone came. Zhang Shuiwei reported to Sabrina respectfully. After this period of development, the number of Rockets players has increased to 45. Those who came later were not treated as well as the first group of Rockets. Each person has a Zubat and a Houndour. The only new members joining Team Rocket later were Zubat and Muck, are Coughing and Arachnid. The treatment is very different from that of the first batch of Team Rocket members. But this also attracted many people to join the Rockets. Now that everyone is here, let's go. Following Sabrina's order. A large number of Team Rocket members poured into the Shenangjia trackless forest. This is the Rockets' first large-scale operation and they must complete the mission. My cell phone has no signal. Mine is the same, no signal, no network. It has not been long since we entered the Shenangjia Primal 867 forest. Everyone found that their mobile phones had no signal in service. Shielded by the mysterious power in this forest. A mobile phone can only be used as a tool to check time or as a flashlight. Everyone, be careful and put on our Rockets uniforms. Shenangjia has a mysterious ability that can shield the signals of electronic devices. Everyone, be careful. Zhang Shuiwei reminded everyone to be careful and asked them to change into the Rockets' uniforms. It was not convenient to replace it on the periphery before. Now that we have entered the forest, we can change into uniforms. After hearing Zhang Shuiwei's words, everyone took out the Rockets' uniforms from their luggage. The Rockets' uniform is black overall, much like a night suit. There is a big red R printed on the front of the Rockets' uniform. It is the logo of their Rockets team. Soon everyone had changed into their Team Rocket uniforms. As for Sabrina, she didn't bother to issue such orders. All these organizational and disciplinary work was done by Zhang Shuiwei. She is only responsible for fighting or sensing Mew's general direction. Sabrina was seen floating in the air, eyes closed, releasing circles of psychic. To sense the direction of Mew. There are only 45 of them. Can't find the direction where Mew is. They want to find the world tree, but I don't know how long it will take. Circles of psychic, which can only be sensed by humans or Pokemon with psychic, spread towards the Shenangjia forest like ultrasound. Zhang Shuiwei and others just waited quietly for Sabrina's investigation results. But Shenangjia trackless forest is so huge. How could Sabrina's psychic alone possibly cover it? Come out Alakazam, Mr. Mime, Venomoth. As the Poké Ball flashed red, Sabrina released her 3 Pokemon. A level 72 Alakazam, a level 71 Mr. Mime, and a level 71 Venomoth. All 3 Poké Balls BF are above elite level. All 3 are elite level Pokemon. Lady Sabrina is truly amazing. Beauty and strength coexist, my goddess Sabrina. The Team Rocket members below looked at Sabrina floating in the air with admiration. It's not enough. This is not enough. Nana scoffed as she looked at her 3 Pokemon. Even if all the psychic of these 3 Pokemon were gathered on her, it would not be possible to cover the Shenangjia trackless forest. In that case, Alakazam, let's go beyond evolution. Sabrina's eyes flashed with a sharp look, and Cal took out the mage bracelet. The Mega Evolution stone on Alakazam's wrist resonates. A ray of evolutionary light burst out from Alakazam's body. This is evolution. Oh my god, Alakazam has evolved again. How is this possible? The Earth can evolve again. The light of evolution that burst out from Alakazam stunned all the members of Team Rocket. Alakazam, which has already reached its final form, has evolved again. Waiting for the light of evolution to fade away. A powerful wave of confusion spread out from Mega Alakazam. The members of Team Rocket were caught off guard and were knocked to the ground by the sudden impact. Ouch! It hurts so much. What just happened? A wailing sound was heard on the ground. When they stand up again, I saw an Alakazam sitting cross-legged and suspended in the air. Several more confusion spoons appeared around Mega Alakazam. Is this what Alakazam will look like after it evolves again? Everyone looked curiously at the Mega Alakazam floating in the air. Alakazam and the others have seen it many times. But Alakazam evolved again, and this was the first time they had seen it. 011004315 Philo 101,581,151. This power is called Mega Evolution, also known as Million Evolutions. Your Houndoom also possesses this power. Play well for Team Rocket, and this power will belong to you too. Sabrina said slowly, looking at the shocked and curious Team Rocket members below. Our Houndoom also possesses this power. The Team Rocket members who have Houndoom all take out Houndoom's Poké Balls. At this moment they realized that they still knew too little about the Rockets. Elite level executive. The mysterious boss Giovanni. An organization that possesses the power of Mega Evolution. How many secrets does the Rockets have that they don't know about? I must obtain the power of Mega Evolution. Zhang Tianyu secretly vowed to perform well and obtain the power of Mega Evolution. Alakazam, Venomoth, Mr. Mime, transfer your psychic into my physical strength. Sabrina said to her 3 Pokemon. She is born with psychic and can share psychic with Pokemon. This is one of her unique powers. Alakazam. Alakazam's eyes glowed with cyanwood's light, and psychic injected Sabrina's strength from several of its confusion spoons. The same is true for Venomoth and Mr. Mime, who inject their own psychic experience into their bodies. At this moment, Sabrina is a human-shaped beast. Sabrina closed her eyes again, and powerful psychic was released from her body. This time, even the Team Rocket members below could clearly feel the energy released by Sabrina. Circles of psychic spread outward with Sabrina as the center. Here we go again. It's even stronger than the last wave. Is it a human or a Pokemon? At the same time, on the other side of the forest. A beautiful middle-aged woman was shocked when she felt this powerful psychic fluctuation. This psychic was the most powerful psychic she had ever felt. She also wants to use psychic to trace the source of this power. But all the psychic she released was like a stone sinking into the sea. Slowly, the psychic released by Sabrina quickly spread to the forest. Meow meow. Deep in the forest of Shenangjia, a pink Pokemon sensed the psychic and jumped over excitedly. Found it. The target is in the northwest. At the same time that Mew sensed the psychic released by Sabrina, Sabrina also locked on Mew's position. The World Tree is located northwest of Shenangjia Forest. Thump. After saying that, Sabrina fell from midair due to exhaustion of psychic. Alakazam will also degenerate and fall off in plop form. The Suction Cup doll and Venomoth fell to the ground weakly. It looks like they have consumed a lot of energy. Sabrina, you're an adult. Sabrina is an adult. All the Team Rocket members stepped forward to show concern for Sabrina. I'm fine, I just need to rest for a while. Sabrina sat up slowly, indicating that she was fine. Then he closed his eyes and began to calm mind to restore his strength. Alert! Zhang Shuiwei immediately asked the Rocket Team members to release their Pokémon to protect Sabrina. Come out Houndoom, Golbat. We'll also use Prince Bo and the Duck-billed Fire Dragon. And our Coughing and Aber monster. The members of Team Rocket released their Pokémon one after another and looked around vigilantly, in case anything unexpected happens. At the same time, the Imperial University. Class 20, Class 1. It should be here, Chen Feng muttered as he looked at the sign at the classroom door. Class 1 is the classroom where Chen Feng is. Li Mengxue is in Class 2 next to his. So handsome, who is this? I don't know him, I've never seen him before. Isn't it a bit similar to the beautiful girl who competed with me before? It seems to be true. As soon as Chen Feng stepped into the classroom, he immediately attracted the attention of everyone in the class. Although he is a man, it is hard for his appearance not to attract the attention of those girls. FK, how did this pervert get assigned to our class? Just then a fat man saw Chen Feng's figure and exclaimed. Who is Fatty? Tell me quickly. That's right, Fatty, tell us about it. Some girls who were attracted by Chen Feng's appearance couldn't wait to know everything about him. You don't know this. He is Chen Feng. Our school spent a lot of money to get him here. It is said that their strength has reached the level of advanced trainers, and they are very famous in the Battle Tower of Magic City. The fat man explained. Unfortunately, he is from Shanghai. And he was brutally beaten by Chen Feng in the Battle Tower. Therefore, he knew some of Chen Feng's background. Not only is he famous in the Magic City, but even in the entire East China War Zone, everyone has heard of Chen Feng's name to some extent. This peerless genius. It's also a big pervert. Senior trainer, is this true? FK, it's true. Look at his battle videos. He's so strong. Beedrill is so amazing, he managed to dodge all of his opponent's moves. Look at this, this is abnormal, Melodic actually controlled the water gun to turn. And Zoroark is so awesome. I want to download all these videos and watch them every day for my idol. Soon, the girls who were interested in Chen Feng found the video of Chen Feng fighting in the tower in Magic City on the internet. And those boys were completely disheartened. There is such a handsome and capable person in the class. All the glory will be taken away by him. How can I flirt with girls? At this moment, a rough voice suddenly came from the door and reached the ears of everyone in the classroom. Chapter 100. Establishing Authority. Who is Chen Feng? A rough voice came into the classroom. Everyone looked in the direction of the sound. A sturdy man who looked a year or two older than them appeared at the door. Who is this? It seems that our senior is called Zhang Jinglong, and he was also specially recruited before. He was specially recruited, so he's not looking for trouble, is he? Look at this imposing posture. Chen Feng should be fine. The people in the class looked at Zhang Jinglong who appeared at the door, and everyone talked about it. Some girls are deeply worried about Chen Feng. I am Chen Feng, what can I do for you? Chen Feng stood up from his seat and asked. He has been staying in the library all this time. He doesn't remember who he has offended. He didn't know this strong man either. I don't know what to do with him. You are Chen Feng. Which one in Shuangyang City? Zhang Jinglong crossed his arms across his chest, looking superior as he looked Chen Feng up and down. Humph, he does have a nice appearance. Seeing Chen Feng's handsome face, Zhang Jinglong said with disdain in his heart. Yes, I am Chen Feng from Shuangyang City. Chen Feng answered the other party again. That's right. Come and fight me. If you lose, give me everything the school promised to give you. Zhang Jinglong pointed at himself with his thumb and said proudly. He was also specially recruited at the beginning. But the school didn't give him so much. This made him feel extremely unbalanced. What if I say no? Chen Feng responded fearlessly. I said, I didn't provoke anyone, so why would someone come to my door? It turned out that he was attracted by the resources provided by the school. Oh, I thought the school spent so much resources to recruit someone like that, but it turns out he's just a coward. If this gets out, people at Jinjiang University might laugh at me. Seeing Chen Feng's refusal, Zhang Jinglong seemed to have a strategy in mind. He used provocation to mock Chen Feng. Hearing Zhang Jinglong's provocation, Chen Feng sneered. It's a low-quality provocation, but it's effective. I agreed. I agree to fight you. If you win, I can give you something the school promised you. But, what if you lose? Chen Feng looked straight at Zhang Jinglong. You can ask for something from him if you want. But you have to produce something of corresponding value. I, Chen Feng, am not someone who can be stepped on by anyone. Quote. Zhang Jinglong began to hesitate. If he had these things, why would he come to trouble Chen Feng? Look at Senior, he doesn't have any. But it doesn't matter, Senior can bet his life. Chen Feng smiled slightly, but this kind of smile is like the devil normal in Zhang Jinglong's eyes. Zhang Jinglong began to hesitate. Bet your life on it. Is this guy in front of me a lunatic? Isn't it possible that Senior is afraid? Or does Senior feel that he will lose and is afraid? Seeing Zhang Jinglong hesitate, Chen Feng retaliated against him in his own way, using the same method of provocation to encourage Zhang Jinglong to agree to his request. Lose? Ha ha ha, how could I lose? Let's compete. Who's afraid of who? When he heard that he was going to lose, Zhang Jinglong agreed without hesitation. How could a sophomore like me lose to someone who is Arnold's grade ahead of me? Then let's go. Hearing the other party's agreement, Chen Feng led the way and took Zhang Jinglong to a training ground near the teaching building. Soon the news that Chen Feng was going to compete against Zhang Jinglong spread throughout the entire training department. Many students rushed out and headed towards the training ground. After a while, the entire competition venue was surrounded by people. Some people even leaned against the windows of the teaching building and looked outside. Teacher Ji, go check it out. Zhang Jinglong from your class and the freshman Chen Feng are fighting. I heard they're risking their lives. The office of the trainer department of Imperial University. A teacher hurriedly reported to Zhang Jinglong's class teacher Ji Yonghua. Nonsense. Upon hearing the news, Ji Yonghua could no longer sit still. He was not worried that Zhang Jinglong would bully the freshmen. Instead, they were worried that Zhang Jinglong would be beaten to death. Zhang Jinglong's ability is indeed good, but Chen Feng is not a normal freshman. He has watched a lot of Chen Feng's battle videos. There are countless high-level trainers who have been defeated by him. Very famous in the East China War Zone. Known as the #1 genius in the East China theater. How could Zhang Jinglong, who is only at the level of an intermediate trainer, be Chen Feng's rival? Ji Yonghua hurriedly ran towards the training ground to stop the fight. Inside the competition venue, Senior, there is no problem with the competition rules to use only one Pokémon, right? Chen Feng proposed to Zhang Jinglong. He wanted to win a quick victory and resolve the battle on the battlefield. No problem. Zhang Jinglong nodded. 1v1, just what he wanted. Come out, Beedrill. Hearing the agreement, Chen Feng threw Beedrill's Poké Ball, releasing Beedrill from the Poké Ball. It's Beedrill. Beedrill is level 41. This new Pokémon is really high level. He also has a level 32 Zoroark. Not only that, according to the information I found online, he also has a Melodic, which is at least level 35. Holy crap, is he that famous? You can find his information on the internet. Just check his record and you'll know. Otherwise, why do you think the school would spend so much resources to compete with Jinjiang University for him? FK, you call this a freshman? A student began to check Chen Feng's information online. Just see it on the phone. Name, Chen Feng. Age, 18. Known to own Pokemon, Beedrill, Melodic, Zoroark. Possess badges. Double Flame Badge, Tit Badge, Flowing Cloud Badge, Thunder Badge, Wave Badge. Battle Tower Record. 230 wins, 2 losses. All losses were against high-level trainers. Occupation. Unrated. Note. Although rated, the combat capability is comparable to that of a high-level trainer. Note. His Beedrill is far beyond the strength of his level in terms of both speed and attack. Note. His Melodic can control the water gun and the freezing ray to turn corners, so if you meet him, just resist honestly. Information related to Chen Feng appeared on the student's mobile phone. These are the information summarized by netizens based on Chen Feng's battle videos. After reading Chen Feng's information, they finally understood why the school was willing to spend so much resources to snatch him away. An 18-year-old senior trainer, but he has no rating yet. Who wouldn't grab this? It's going to be difficult. Zhang Jinglong has hit a wall. That's not necessarily true. Although Beedrill is strong, don't forget that Zhang Jinglong also has a ghost-type elite indigo. FK, if that's the case, then Chen Feng has no chance of winning at all. That's right. Zhang Jinglong was specially recruited by the school, so he must be quite capable. If Zhang Jinglong uses ghost-type Pokemon, Beedrill will be completely helpless. The senior students who were watching around were talking about the two people on the training ground. Although Chen Feng is strong, they are not optimistic about him. The reason is that Zhang Jinglong has a ghost-type Pokemon that can restrain Beedrill. The Pokemon I'm using is Beedrill. Senior, it's your turn to release the Pokemon. Chen Feng said to Zhang Jinglong. Is it Beedrill? It's true. The one released by Chen Feng was Beedrill. Zhang Jinglong was secretly delighted. What he was waiting for was his Beedrill. Come out, my friend. Zhang Jinglong pulled a Poké Ball from his pocket and threw it upwards. Accompanied by a flash of Pokemon's red light, a gray ragdoll Pokemon appears on the playing field. Just as the old students guessed. Zhang Jinglong released a ghost-type Pokemon. Pokemon. Baynet. Level. 41. Attribute. Ghost. Ability. Sleepless Pokemon with this ability will not fall asleep. Gender. Male. Moves. Lurking Attack. Knock Off. Screech. Nightshade. Shadow Sneak. Ghost. Ghost Style Baynet. It looks like you came prepared. Looking at the information of Zhang Jinglong's Baynet, Chen Feng said secretly. Ghosts are immune to most physical moves. And Beedrill's attacks are 99% physical. It does restrain Beedrill to a certain extent. But there is one attribute's physical attack move that ghost-type Pokemon are absolutely not immune to. That's the evil type. Give up, Chen Feng. Your Beedrill is indeed strong, but you can't attack my Baynet. Zhang Jinglong seemed to have seen victory and asked Chen Feng to admit defeat. Seeing the other party's arrogant attitude, Chen Feng shook his head and said, it seems that you haven't realized how weak you are. You want to use the ghost type's unique spirit ability to be immune to Beedrill's attacks. But have you forgotten that Beedrill can use dark type moves? Obviously Zhang Jinglong has not yet realized the seriousness of the matter. In ordinary battles, Chen Feng always commands Beedrill to use the most offensive Twineedle Sucker Punch. But this does not mean that Beedrill will not use dark type's assurance. What? Hearing Chen Feng's words, Zhang Jinglong was suddenly stunned. He indeed forgot that Beedrill could use dark-type moves. Cold sweat began to appear on Zhang Jinglong's forehead. What should I do? What should I do? ... Not only did he forget, but even the people around him didn't remember it for a while. After all, Beedrill has a poison-type and bug-type move. Few people would think of him as a bad person. Beedrill, finish him off. Use assurance. Following Chen Feng's order, Beedrill turned into a beam of light and rushed towards Baynet at a rapid speed with two guns in hand. What a fast speed. In the blink of an eye, I was next to Baynet. Is this really Beedrill? It happened so fast that I didn't even react. Seeing Beedrill's performance, the people around were shocked. No one dared to underestimate this freshman. Their Pokemon couldn't stand up to Beedrill's speed. Baynet, use your subconscious attack. Seeing Beedrill attacking Baynet, Zhang Jinglong was shocked and quickly ordered the cursed doll dodges. The lurk will hide itself in the first round of the attack and will attack in the second round. Zhang Jinglong wanted to use this feature to avoid Beedrill's attack. The idea was good, but it was too late. There was a loud bang, and Baynet was thrown into the air by Beedrill and hit the special iron fence. Make a rustling sound. Beedrill, don't give him a chance, assurance again. Chen Feng took advantage of the victory and continued to command Beedrill to attack. Get out of the way, Baynet. Seeing this scene, Zhang Jinglong couldn't help but shout anxiously. But in the face of absolute strength, all struggles are in vain. Baynet, who had just stood up, had not yet reacted when Beedrill knocked her away again. Hit the other side of the iron fence. The eyes become mosquito repellent and lose their fighting power. Ding! Your Beedrill defeated the level 41 Baynet and gained 3,890 experience points. Ding! You have gained 101 combat points, and your current combat value is 15,091. The voices of two systems sounded in Chen Feng's mind. It's amazing. Baynet has no chance to fight back at all. The bug-type Pokemon killed a Baynet of the same level in 2 turns. This Beedrill's attack power is really strong. Zhang Jinglong lost. I don't know how Chen Feng will deal with it. I heard that Zhang Jinglong was the one who threatened his life. Chen Feng wouldn't really want to kill him, would he? The people watching were shocked by Beedrill's swiftness. A battle of the same level ended so quickly. You lost, senior. Now your life belongs to me. Chen Feng said lightly. I lost. Looking at Bayonet's eyes that looked like mosquito coils, Zhang Jinglong didn't want to believe it. But that's the fact, he lost, and lost miserably. I originally thought that since my opponent was using Beedrill and I was using ghost-type moves, I would definitely win this round. But he overlooked the fact that Beedrill can use dark-type moves. This resulted in all the efforts being ruined. In that case, I'm willing to admit defeat, senior, and please commit suicide. Chen Feng said lightly. Let Zhang Jinglong commit suicide. Zhang Jinglong glared at Chen Feng, who actually asked him to commit suicide. Senior, you won't deny your debt, right? You've already lost, and your life belongs to me now. Chen Feng was not moved at all and continued to plan Zhanlong's suicide. He wanted to leave a lasting impression on everyone else. Come and discuss with yourself, and welcome yourself with open arms. But if you want to do your own thing, you will have to bear the consequences of failure. Chen Feng wouldn't really want Zhang Jinglong to commit suicide, would he? What are you thinking? Even if Zhang Jinglong wanted to commit suicide, the school would not allow it. Chen Feng is just killing the chicken to scare the monkey. That's enough. That's it. Just then a middle-aged male voice came over. A middle-aged teacher with a flat head walked in from the crowd. Teacher Ji Yu. Seeing that it was his head teacher, Zhang Jinglong lowered his head in shame. Isn't that embarrassing enough? Get out of here now. Ji Yu Yonghua scolded Zhang Jinglong and signaled to him with his eyes, asking him to leave quickly. Yes, I'll leave now. Zhang Jinglong left in disgrace. Chen Feng did not stop him. Chen Feng, my student did something wrong. I will give you a satisfactory answer. After Zhang Jinglong left, Ji Yu Yonghua turned around and looked at Chen Feng and said something. Then he turned and left. Before leaving, Ji Yu Yonghua paused and looked at the people around him. Don't you have classes? Ji Yu Yonghua angrily scolded the students who were watching around him, then turned and left. Everyone then dispersed and returned to their own classrooms. Thank you for watching. Continue exploring the fascinating world of Chinese novels with us. Hit that subscribe button on Chinese Novel Audiobook to stay updated with our latest stories, and never miss out on a great listen.